Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we're going to be doing a two-player playthrough of a game called Avalon, the Riven Veil.
Yes, this game is designed by Jamie Jolly and published by Shadowborne Games, who are helping sponsor this playthrough. And in this game, players are going to be taking on the roles of various factions in the Arthurian legends, and we're going to be competing over the different regions in Avalon.
Yes, this is an area control and hand management game for 2 to 4 players that we actually did a Kickstarter preview for when it was still on Kickstarter. Now the game is in its late pledge stage. And so today we're going to be doing a 2-player playthrough with the most updated components for the prototype. But before we begin, we do need to mention that even though these components are updated, it is still a prototype, which means things are subject to change in the future.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that late pledge campaign, there's a link in the description which you can check out. Lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So, if you'd please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for a 2-player game of Avalon, the Riven Veil. Welcome to the Misty Isles
It's all
of
misty.
Avalon. And so like we were mentioning, in this game, players control different factions from the Arthurian legend. And so today, Naveen, who are you going to be playing as?
Well, I'm going to be the Knights of the Round, so
Yes.
very classic. And this is my Lord that I have here. So I'll be all the white or light gray components.
And I am going to be playing as the Fomorians. I have my faction lord Balor here, who looks really ready for
trident.
battle. And so all of my components are going to be blue. Now, as you may already know, there are many different ways to play the game. And so we are going to be discussing our various options right before we start. And today we're actually not going to be doing a full teach of the game because we already did a Kickstarter tutorial video for it. So if you'd like to check that out, we've included a link in the description below, but we will give you a general overview. And so in this game, as these different factions, we are going to be playing cards from our hand in order to deploy our units to the various regions of the board, explore these regions, because right now they're all covered in mist, and basically go to war and battle in each region for control so that we can score the most amount of points. The game is played over the course of 2 or 3 seasons, depending on which mode of play you're choosing, and these are basically the rounds. And each season is split up into 3 phases. We have the mist phase, where we prepare the board, which we've largely already done here, followed by the preparation phase, where players will take 3 rounds of actions by playing an action card from their hand and also paying for it via cards from their hand. And finally, ending the season in the war phase, where we will battle in each revealed region in a specific order. Now, besides the area control, the other major aspect of the game is the card play. And so in this game, there are 4 different types of decks, and they all specialize in different things. At the start of each season, each player is going to draw 2 cards from each deck. They are color-coded, and they'll allow us to do things such as deploying our units to the board, moving them around the board, and building settlements, which will help us redeploy our units faster, and they'll also contribute strength during the war phase. As for the specifics of how we play these cards, we're going to be doing it many times during our playthrough, so we'll just explain it then.
Sure.
But in general, each player has 3 different types of units. We have 1 lord, 3 champions, as well as a host of warriors. And the thing that's special about these units is that specifically our 3 champions and our lord can hold artifacts, and each player starts the game with an artifact already. This sort of specializes or makes that specific lord or champion a little bit more specialized. It gives them potentially some ability or a passive ability of some sort.
Each champion can hold 1 artifact, but your Lord can actually hold 2 artifacts.
Yes, and depending on the mode of play you're playing as, you may have more than 1 lord. In our game today, we're each only going to be controlling 1 lord. And speaking of our lord, one of the reasons why our lord is very special is because they are the only unit type that can explore these regions. And so over the course of the preparation phase, we're going to be sending out our lord and moving them around in order to explore and quite literally flip over these region tiles, because the game comes with several of these, and in between each season, we are actually going to be switching them out.
Right. And each of these exposed regions will show you exactly how many points everybody's going to be competing over when we go into the war or battle phase.
And once each player has played 3 cards from their hand, that is when we go into that war phase, where again we'll be resolving the various regions by counting up each player's strength and playing cards from our hand. That is essentially the general overview of what is going on in the game. In addition to that, we're going to be showcasing some artifacts that we're also competing for, and some mythical beasts that we are going to be competing in order to bond with. These will become units that we'll be able to control and will also contribute to our strength in battle. So that is essentially the game. Obviously, there are a lot more specifics than that, but we'll be discussing everything as we play. So, are you ready to begin?
Let's do it.
Okay, for anybody who is familiar with the game, we are basically playing the short game, which is going to be 2 seasons instead of 3. We're also playing the standard version of the battles, which means there is going to be some push your luck elements. We are playing with symmetric faction boards because there is an option for you to flip over all these boards and have some strong asymmetry, which adds a lot to the depth, but also makes the game a bit more complicated. And lastly, we are going to be including a catch-up mechanism, which is going to be mainly the Green Knight. Other than that, I think we are ready to begin. Now, we already did setup in full, and so because I'm playing as the Fomorians, I started the game with 2 victory points, and Naveen started with
4 on my board.
That's going to be very important if we get to the 3rd tiebreaker, as you may or may not see. In addition, we were given 3 artifact cards each, and we chose one to start the game with, and you assign it immediately to one of your heroes. And in this game, heroes are either your lord or one of your 3 champions. And you also gain the victory points for them. Now, one thing that I want to mention is the components that are updated in our prototype are mainly our player boards, as well as the 4 decks of cards, which is going to be, you know, the largest part of the game. But because of that, our artifact cards are outdated. These are going to look a little bit different in the final version of the game. Now, my starting artifact is Karnwennen here. I apologize if I mispronounce any of these these names. And so I gained 4 points, which is why I started with 6. And this says when gained, I immediately gain 2 points for each of my settlements on Avalon. Obviously, we don't start with any settlements, so that was kind of a toss-out.
So had you earned that later on in the game,
Yeah.
and you had settlements out, you would have scored some points.
Yes, but the thing that I liked about it is this has an ongoing ability that says my settlement cards, whenever I play them, cost 1 less card to a minimum of 0, which is nice. That's a pretty good discount.
And if you have not seen our teach video, all the cards that we put into play will have a cost associated with them, so it gives her a discount on that particular type.
Yes, and that type of card is basically just one of the four decks, as you'll see. And so I assigned my artifact to Champion 1. They all have these little hash marks here, so you know specifically which champion you're putting out. And you?
Yeah, so I start with 4 points on my board, and then also I get 4 points for having the Axe of Perun.
Ooh.
And so this one gave me 4 points. That's why 4 plus 4. That's why I start with 8 victory points. And this one has an ongoing benefit. In battles in the bearer's region, the bearer, meaning the bearer of this card, my 1 and 2 initiative bonus cards are worth an extra strength each.
Oh.
And so that might not make any sense if you have not played this game or if you're not familiar with some of these terms.
Yes.
But basically, when we go into the battle phase, this will be nice for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So you're assigning it to your lord.
To my lord.
Okay. That's pretty good because your lord can hold 2 artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our factions are symmetric in most of the abilities that you'll see on their player boards, except for one, and that is our lord ability. My lord is Lord Balor over here, and their ability is Lord of Havoc. If I have the most strength in a region with Balor and an enemy settlement, I can steal a random card from that enemy.
Okay, so you need my settlement to be in a region.
Yes.
You would have to then
Flipped
have...
over, obviously.
Yeah, flipped over, right? I don't want to expose anything.
Yeah.
And then you would need Lord Balor to be here.
Yes.
And then you can steal a card from me.
I also have to have the most amount of strength in that region.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that need to be true
Yeah.
in order for me to do that. And abilities can only be resolved once per season. So it's not like I can just
Keep
do
doing it.
that all day, right?
And for me, with my faction ability with Guinevere, who is my lord, I have something called 2 Arms.
Ah.
This one says, before any battle where I have strength, but not the most strength, I get to spend a certain amount of faction power. And for every faction power I spend, I gain 2 extra strength in that particular region.
Nice.
And I can never go past the enemy that has the most amount of strength. So I can't just spend a bunch to get past you.
Yeah, so it is controlled in that way.
It is, yeah. And then again, I can only use that once per turn, and also
Once per season, yeah.
once per season. And also, again, this is a 4-player game. It goes up to 4. So if there's multiple people in a region, this can be very useful to kind of get yourself into a competitive position.
Right. Speaking of player count, because we are playing a 2-player game, there are going to be certain regions that are completely blocked off with these deep deep region tiles.
Yep.
And it's going to be mainly this one, and both of these.
Yeah.
So we were one short of these tiles. So this is sort of representing both regions.
Yeah, so we only have
So-
5 regions that'll ever be in play.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's why you see 5 cards.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started with Season 1. Now, like we were mentioning, most of the Mist phase has already been performed, but we'll go through the steps. And most of these steps are actually skipped during the first season. For season setup, the main things that we do are adding cards to the various regions that are in play. And in a 2-player game, these cards are comprised of the Holy Grail, which is going to be a very high-scoring, tie-breaking card if you're able to win it,
Yep.
as well as 2 randomly drawn artifact cards and 2 mythical beast cards.
There we go.
So we know that there are 2 of each, as well as the Holy Grail. We just don't know where they are. In addition, we also draw a new prophecy card, and the number of these cards that you play with is equal to the season that you're playing in.
Yep.
So right now, we're only going to have 1 prophecy card, and these are basically public goals. Do you want to read what our prophecy card is?
Yeah, so it's titled, They Shall Be Known from the Summit to the Sea. And this one wants you to have either a lord or a champion in any of the outer regions,
Okay.
any of the inner regions, and in the center. So you want to be in all different aspects
Oh, interesting.
in a given moment. The second somebody does that, then they are going to be scoring this card.
So you can do this with 3 units, right?
units,
Just
yep.
1 in each.
Yeah, so if
ring,
you're
essentially.
here, and here with a lord or a champion, all at one time,
Yeah.
then you immediately get to resolve this or score this.
Okay, and everybody can score that. It's just whoever does it first gains an additional benefit. But we have to keep in mind that only revealed regions count for that.
Yeah, so I can't just be hanging out in here and this not be revealed to
Right.
be eligible for that.
Right. All right, that is it for season setup. Rearrangement of artifacts we skipped during the first season, and same with settlement bonuses because we don't have any settlements on the board yet. So the last thing that you do is you gain 8 cards, which we've also done.
Already done, yep.
So it's 2 cards from each of the 4 decks. So we are actually ready
Ready.
to move into our first round in the preparation phase. Now, the way that the preparation phase works is each player is going to simultaneously choose a card from their hand. And these cards all look like this. They all have an initiative number at the top left-hand corner. And these initiative numbers range between 1 and 3. So it's not like a whole range of numbers.
Nope.
And below that is the cost that you're required to pay in additional cards from your hand. Some cards give you a discount if you're able to meet some sort of requirement, but we'll also explain that as we go along. And as soon as we reveal, because we're going to reveal our cards simultaneously, then the turn order is going to go in initiative order from highest to lowest. And there are a few tiebreakers if we get there. So let's just go ahead and start with the first round, shall we?
Sure, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
The wind.
So we're both playing. This is a deployment type card.
Yeah.
The green cards,
cards, yep.
they mainly allow you to deploy units out. So the card that I'm playing is Humble Beginnings, and it has an initiative of 3.
Okay.
Looks like yours is an initiative of 2.
Yep.
Which means I'm going to be going first.
Okay.
So you go ahead and you lay out the card that you're playing as well as the cost that you're paying out on the table because that is public information. And the game actually comes with these card separators that you're supposed to use so that you're sort of not giving away what the rest of your hand is.
Yeah.
So the card that I'm playing is called Humble Beginnings. It costs 2 cards, but I do have a discount here that says if I deploy to a region in the outer ring, which I'm going to do so, then it's a 1 card discount. And in this game, you gain the discount even if you have to resolve the card first for it to be true. So you actually don't pay the card cost until the end of your turn. And so when resolving the card, you have to resolve all of the benefits from left to right and top to bottom if there are multiple. Now, these green cards, they typically allow you to deploy units, and the symbology is actually quite specific. For Humble Beginnings here, it says I can deploy 2 units to 1 region, that's why they're grouped together, and another unit to either a different region, or I suppose I could deploy to the same region if I want, and I also score 4 points. So these are some nice
Seems like a good card.
Humble Beginnings, yes. Now, when deploying your units, they actually have to either be deployed to an outer coastal region or, in the later game, to a region that contains one of your settlements. So I have to deploy to an outer region anyway. So I'm going to send my 2 champions, the 1 that has an artifact,
Okay.
and my champion 2
So champion 1 and 2.
to this region.
You want to go there.
I want to be here.
Okay.
So that means I cannot move them until this region is revealed. And for the other deployment, I'm going to send my Lord out into this region. And it scores me 4 points. But you're technically supposed to freeze everything as soon as a Lord has entered into a region that has not been explored.
Okay.
So we're going to pause right here to explore this region.
Okay. What do we got?
We have Tentreth. Okay, so this region, during the war phase, we're going to be fighting over 4 points.
That's it.
So, wow.
You got
The
4
outer
points by playing a
regions-
card.
That's true. That is true. But it is the first season.
Yeah.
So these regions tell you how many points you can score depending on what season you're in. So it's interesting because in the second season, you score 8 points, but the third season, it's only 7. So it kind of, it decreases in value. In addition, whoever explores the region gains a benefit. And this is either going to gain me a favor or 3 points. I think I would like to go up the favor track.
Favorite track.
So
You can go up the favorite track.
that is the favorite track.
Boom.
And this is going to be very important for us in determining who gains Excalibur.
Yep.
Whoever either reaches the end of the track first, or whoever just has the most amount of favor by the beginning of the war phase gains Excalibur. So
Yep. So the benefit you get here is you gain a faction power. So that's that track that I spoke of earlier.
yes, it's another type of resource that we're going to be using in order to use the abilities that we have on our board. So that's that. I've discovered this region. Now settlements can be built here. In addition, we are going to reveal the card. It's a mythical beast.
Okay.
So this is the White Heart. The White Heart looks like this. So this is one of the 2 mythical beasts that are currently on the table. And unlike the artifacts, when you reveal mythical beasts, they go into the region. And we immediately bid for control
We do.
over this beast.
Okay, beast.
Now, each player can only bond to a certain number of mythical beasts depending on the season. In the first season, it's only 1 mythical beast, the second season, 2, etc. So we have to be kind of picky if we really want this beast. And just so you know, they will immediately score you 4 points, and they have an ongoing ability that says enemies cannot move or destroy your units here. Oh.
Cannot move or destroy your units here.
During battle here, negate all abilities and ongoing abilities on enemy artifacts
Yep.
and effects. They still give their base strength. Wow, this is strong.
Very strong.
And they also contribute 2 strength.
And whoever
for that
gets this
battle.
beast in the end will score 4 points as well.
Yes. So now all players will bid for this beast using a number of cards from our hand. You're basically going to just choose cards from your hand, put them at the front of your divider, and then we'll reveal them at the same time. And each player will add up all of the initiative values at the top left-hand corner. So it's not the number of cards you play, it's the sum of their initiative values.
Right.
And because I explore the region, I just gain 1
Yeah,
additional
+1, huh?
+1. Remember that, Navi.
I remember.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3,
5.
reveal. Oh.
5.
4.
4? Oh.
So we're going to go to tiebreaker because I have a total of 4 plus 1 for the region.
So we both have
We
5.
both have 5. Now, the first tiebreaker is whoever holds the Holy Grail
Nobody
can
has
break
that.
ties once per season. Nobody has that. So then it goes to whoever has fewer victory
Dang it.
points, which in this case is me.
So I get to keep these cards though.
Now, because I won the bid and I bonded with this mythical beast, I lose the cards that
do.
I bid. So they are going to go into their discard piles. Naveen gets to keep his.
I do.
So I'm
but
just
it's
gonna
not
put it
like
like
it
this.
became something.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to spend them, which is nice. I gained the 4 points for bonding with this beast. So I go to 10. And I also gained 4 points for my card. Can't
Too bad
remember
that that didn't resolve first, you know?
You might have a better mythical beast out there. And
I
you
gotta
are now
find
going
it.
to be breaking ties.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm just going to keep this here. We also place a flag
Oh yeah, to indicate that that is your beast you're
on the
controlling,
base.
you're bonding
This
with.
is my friend. We are loyal to each other.
There's a little hole where she's gonna stick that in.
Boom. There you go.
There you go.
So now we
Your
have
antlered
become
friend. So I'm just gonna avoid that antlered
best
friend.
friends.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that is essentially it for my card. Now, my turn is not technically done yet because there are a variety of abilities on our player board that you can activate once per season. You would place a cube on there. A lot of them require you to spend faction power, which I do now have. So with this faction power, I can technically spend it to move. I can deploy 2 units. I can gain a card, or you can also turn them in for points. I think I'm gonna hold off on that right now.
Okay.
And I'll just end my turn. So this card gets discarded. Now, because I deployed to an outer region, I really only had to pay 1 card, which is that. So these are going to go into the discard. And now at the end of your turn, you always draw 2 cards and you can choose from which decks they come from, which is going to be important because I spent so many cards already. I'm going to take 1 blue, which is a settlement type, and a green. And you cannot look at them and draw. You have to just draw them immediately.
1, 2.
And that's it for my turn. Now keep in mind that each region has a region limit. Each player can only have at most 5 units in each region at the end of their turn. If you ever go over that, then you actually have to remove them from the board. So keep that in mind.
So right now you're 2 and 2.
Yes.
You're fine.
All right, so that goes to you.
Okay, so I played this Tailwind card. This one required me to pay 3 cards, but there is a discount. So let's go through it first. So this one is going to allow me to deploy 4 units into one of the outer regions. So I think I will send my Lord.
Okay.
Boom. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and 1 guy.
One guy.
Like there we go.
So this is champion 1 and 2.
And so now that I'm here,
Okay.
We are going to stop everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to flip over these. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you get to do the honors.
Okay, we have Karglimafin, of course. So this one is going to have a 5, a 7, and an 11.
Oh,
so now we're only playing 2 seasons, so 5 and 7 is basically what we're competing over in terms of points at the end.
So yours is
So
more
here,
valuable
I'll
than
keep
mine.
you kind of over here,
Okay.
closer to you, and then I'll stay over here. And then what's the card that we had?
Well, no, you gain a benefit first. So would you like a faction power, or would you like to deploy 2 warriors into this region?
Well, I do not want to deploy 2 warriors into this region because they are going to get booted out if I do, because you can only have 5 in a particular region.
Well, you could move them out. Well, what's the rest of your card?
Well, this one allows me to move them out, but the fact that I had the idea of moving them out, but the fact that you put these 2 people here makes me not want to do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because to clarify, if you do add 2, you can move them out using your card or benefits, and you don't have to remove until the end of your turn. So that is an option.
You know what? I'll do it.
You'll do it?
I will go ahead and deploy 2 of these warriors. So now I'm over the limit here, but because there's more text to my card,
Yes.
which we will figure out in just a second because we do have to stop everything right
Let's see
now. Yep.
what we have.
What is this?
It's an artifact.
Okay.
Pattern's Red Coat.
Okay.
So this says it's an ongoing ability. After you place a settlement in the preparation phase, you get to deploy a unit and you gain a faction power
To the settlement.
to the settlement. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be worth 4 points.
Yep.
So this
And
is going to stay
this
here.
This is what we're going to fight over when the battle happens here.
Yes, when the time is right.
So no beast was found here, so we're not going to do that bidding process. So then the next thing that it says here is I gain 1 movement on this track, so
Okay.
I also will get now a faction power.
Oh, nice. So you get a favor.
And then if I paid a movement card to pay for this particular action,
Yeah.
then I can take one of these special movements, which is basically allowing me to move a group of my units from one location out into another area.
Yes. So one region into an adjacent region.
Yes.
So you can't split them up. They have to just move as a group.
Yeah,
So-
so I think I will do that. I'm going to move my Lord and 2 of these people here. So we have a nice 3-3 split.
So now you are not breaching the region limits.
Correct.
But keep in mind, because your lord can only explore once per turn, you can't actually explore this region until your next turn. It's going to be immediately explored.
Which is
at the
fine,
start
which
of
is
next
great.
turn.
Yeah, so that means I don't have to spend a whole turn doing that.
Right.
Okay, and then the next thing that I have here is I got a discount. So normally I would have to pay 3, but
Yeah.
because if I choose to get a discount on 1 card, then I have to lose 2 points.
Oh.
So I'm losing 2 points.
So you're choosing to lose 2 points to not have to pay that extra card.
Yes, and
Oh,
this was all
interesting.
done before you played your 4 points card, before you got 4 points off the beast, right? This decision was made prior to us knowing what exactly was going to happen.
Right. That's true. So are you going to do any abilities?
I will not spend any of my faction power, so I will just wrap it up there. So
Okay.
these cards are going to go to their respective discard piles.
Okay.
What
would you like?
I will take a blue
Blue,
and a yellow.
blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
So that is settlement and move.
Settlement and move. You never know.
Okay. Now, we do have this one ability here that does not cost faction power. It's basically move 1 unit, gain a favor, draw a card, or deploy 1 unit. So just keep that in mind. And these abilities can be used at any time during your turn. They do not have to come after the card. All right. So that is round
That's
1.
round 1. So we're going to do
So
it 3
moving
times before we
into-
go to war.
Round 2. Yeah, it's actually not that many actions
Yep.
before the war phase. All right, ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
A
Reveal. Okay, so mine is an initiative of 3.
So you're going to go first.
Which means I'm
one.
going to go first, yes. So these are the cards. This is the card that I'm playing and the cost that I'm paying.
Okay.
This is Evasive Maneuvers. It
What do
is
you
a
got?
movement card. They are yellow. It typically costs 2, but it says if you pay a 3 initiative card to play this, then it is a 1 card discount. So I did that. Okay, so first I move 1 unit to an adjacent region, and then I can move as many units as I want from one region into an adjacent one.
Okay.
So first I'm going to move one of my champions, probably this one, into this region
You
here.
want to hang out there?
I'm going to hang out with you because I
Okay.
know this is going to get revealed.
All right.
And then I will just move my Lord Balor here.
Okay.
So those are the 2 movements. Now I must pause everything
Reveal.
because we are going to reveal
Okay, what do you got?
this middle region. We have Avalon Dragon,
Sure.
and it's going to be 8 points.
Oh, I
to-
got to
to
find my
win
way
this
over
one.
there. What?
I can gain a faction power, 3 points, or a favor.
Okay.
Ooh, let's go with a favor.
You want a favor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might not be.
So you're going to move up right here.
Thank you.
Now this one, it's kind of interesting. So this basically, when you hit this track, you look at the differential between the person who has the highest score
Yeah.
and how far you are in terms of how many stars are exposed in between you.
There are these stars along the scoreboard.
Yeah. So because Monique is in first place, nobody is out in front of her, so she's not going to score any points, but she's
Right.
moving up this track.
Yes.
Now, if I was here, then I would score 1 point because there's 1 star in between the next player.
Yes. But had he been here,
Yep.
even though there are 2 stars, you don't score the star that your
Yeah.
token's
So
on.
if I wanted to get 2 points, or if I was eligible for 2 points, it would be at 4 or below.
Right.
So there we go.
So I don't get anything for that.
Nope.
But we are going to reveal the card.
Is it a beast?
It is
Oh, the
Holy
Grail.
Grail.
I really got to get over there.
Wow. Okay, so the Holy Grail is technically an artifact, which means we're not going to do anything for it. But whoever wins this region, that is 10 plus 8. That's 18 points.
I got to get over there.
Wow. Okay. So
Okay.
the rest of this card, it gains me a faction power, and then I can deploy 2 units to one of the regions you move to. I was going to deploy them there, but this is just too good. So I'm going to deploy a champion and a warrior. Like that. Boom.
Dang it.
All right. That's it for the card. I could technically do some faction power stuff. I'm just going to end my turn there.
Okay.
So I'm not going to pay these now. So it was just 1 card. And what kind of card do I want to draw? I'm going to go with 2 blue. Yeah, I'm going to go with 2 blue.
2 blue.
Yeah. All right. Back to you.
Trying to lay down a settlement, huh? Well, okay. So before I started my turn, my lord is in an unexplored region.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and explore that said region.
Probably the mythical beast.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get a beast on my side. There's that. So this is I cannot pronounce this one. So why don't we just skip the title
Okay.
for that? Yeah.
No problem.
So
So let's just make sure. It was these 2 were also in there? Okay.
yeah, they were in there. So I can either get a faction power, I can move people into one region or into this region, or I can put out 2 of my warriors there.
Yeah, what would you like?
Let's put out 2 warriors. I want to make sure that I can hold this down.
Okay.
So this is worth 6 points in this season, 10 points in the next season.
Okay. Was one of my
Yeah,
Lord
one of you
units?
was there. Do you know which one it was?
Probably this one.
Okay,
'cause it
one.
has my artifact. We have to
Yeah.
remember when we
Yeah,
move
sorry
them
about that.
aside.
Yep.
Okay, what is the card?
Okay, the card we have is not a beast, unfortunately.
Oh.
So it's Durnwin. This one says, at the end of your turn, you may move any 2 of these kind of basic warriors in the bearer's region to an adjacent revealed region. Again, the bearer is the particular individual that has this particular artifact. So
Okay.
that's what we're competing over here.
Nice.
We'll deal with it later. Yeah.
Very
It's
good.
worth 3 points at the end. Okay, the 2 cards I'm playing are these ones to pay for
Okay.
this particular action. And so now this deep deployment. So this changed things a little here. So this one says I can deploy to any revealed inner ring. So
Oh, nice.
now that you've done that,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to deploy him here. So I'm going to deploy a champion.
You're
Here,
in.
I'm in. And you may then put out a settlement there.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and put a settlement there.
Okay, so this has a benefit.
It
This
does.
lets you draw a card.
A card, yeah. So I'm going to put that there.
Okay.
And then, so I get a
Card
settlement.
would you like? What color card?
I will take a green card, please.
Okay. And don't forget that when you build a settlement, the settlements themselves have an immediate bonus.
Yes, so I get to put out 2 warriors here. So now my strength in this region is 1, 2, 3, plus the settlement makes it 4.
Yeah, that's true. You also gain 2 points.
2 points.
And this is going to also happen at the start of each season.
Yes.
So especially if you're playing 3 as well as at the end of the game.
And the good thing about the settlement being there is now instead of deploying to an outer region, I can actually deploy right into that location.
Yes, that's true.
So I'm not going to take any faction abilities or use these faction powers. So that's going to be it. I'm going to pay these.
Okay.
Those go out. I will take a green and a red.
Is this green, one green, one red?
1 green, 1 red.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're getting ready for war.
It's going to happen soon.
Battle planning.
Soonish.
All right, round 3. Here we go. This is our last opportunity to play a card and manipulate the board
stuff.
before we go into war.
There's a center there. Don't forget
There
that.
is.
Yeah. Only a lord can. do
Neither of
something
us
about it.
have claimed the prophecy or scored a prophecy yet. Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, reveal.
3.
I also played a 3.
Okay.
So this time you are going to break ties.
Yes, because I'm behind right
because
now.
you're behind and nobody has the Holy Grail yet.
No. So I'm going to be moving.
All right.
And so it's going to cost me 2 cards. And this one says seek new paths. So I'm going to be moving. So if you explore a region, I'm going to gain steps on the favor track. So I am going to move. So the way I can move is from one location into another.
Okay.
So I'm going to
So
bring...
as many pieces.
Yes, as many pieces from one. Now, I kind of want a little bit of a leg up here. So let's just bring in these 2 gents over here.
This is Guinevere.
Guinevere. Oh, yeah.
How dare you?
Ah, yes.
Okay, shall we reveal it?
Uh-huh.
That's it?
That's it,
Those
yeah.
are the ones that are moving. Okay, so the middle tile is unique in that there are no settlement spaces. You cannot build a settlement in the center.
Right.
But it's also worth the most, so 10 points
10
is what
points.
it's going to be.
Yep.
Would you like a faction power, a card, 2 warriors, or
2
a
warriors just sounds pretty good.
favor? Oh my
Might
gosh.
as well have some
You're
strength.
stacked.
Yes.
Okay, shall we
Stack
see the
'em
mythical
up.
beast?
Yes.
It is Arcturus, the mythical beast. So Arcturus looks like this.
Sweet.
Quite mythical and quite beastly.
Beastly. Yeah.
So they're worth 4 points, and the ability here says place Arcturus in any revealed region. So this is when you activate the ability. Move any one non-mythical beast enemy settlement
Whoa.
there to an adjacent region, ignoring placement restrictions and bonuses.
Just,
Wow.
like, boot somebody out.
And this is better than mine because they have 3 strength.
They do.
Cannot. Okay.
Just stay out of the
Well,
center. Yeah.
there you go. To be clear, I can still win this card.
You could.
I just can only bond to one. So at that point, I would either decide to replace the white heart with that beast, or I can just discard the card for the 4 points.
It's true.
But it's very important for you to keep track of the number of cards you have in your hand because hand management is very important.
It's important, yeah,
So you
for
don't want to
sure.
just spend all your cards, you know.
You don't want to.
So Naveen, you do have one additional.
Yeah, so I have 1 up on this bid right
Yeah.
now. So, okay, that's good to know.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
1, 2, 3,
6.
0.
Ah,
You spent so many cards.
I want to make sure that this is mine. I didn't want you to get that 4 points.
It is yours.
Yeah, all right, cool. So I have something.
Congratulations.
So I get 4 points. This beast becomes my friend.
It's your
We are
friend.
now bonded. 4 points for me, please.
Yes. So
And
you
then
are at 12.
12, and then we put a little flag in this guy.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice flag.
Very nice. The
Landed.
board is heavily stacked. Oh, this is it's so
White on
light.
white, yeah.
So you're really
Doing
controlling
my
a lot
thing.
of space here.
Yeah. So in addition to that, I get to draw a card.
Okay.
Plus, I get to put 2 warriors into that area.
Okay.
So I only have 1 more warrior. I will go ahead and place them here.
Okay.
And then I will. So I have 6 total units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning I'm gonna lose 1.
Wait, did you draw a card?
No, I haven't drawn a card yet. Can I have a red card, please?
So you actually get you get a favor. Did you take that?
Oh my gosh.
You
okay.
just skipped to the. So you get a favor.
Okay. Gain a favor. So I have no stars
No
in between.
stars in
us.
between.
Okay. But I will then
Take
draw
a
a
card.
card. Yep.
Which one?
I'll take a red card.
Red. So it's a battle plan. Okay, and then
And
it
then
gives
I
you the
did the
ability to
thing, yeah.
deploy. So
Okay.
you do have to resolve it in order.
Yes. Okay. And then now, knowing that I'm gonna have too many people here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend one of my faction powers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the I can't take the deploy action because I have nobody to deploy.
You can move.
I can move, yeah. So I think I'm going to do a move. So I'll put this here, basically indicating that for the rest of the season, even though the season's about to end,
Yeah.
I cannot take this action right here.
Yes, and that's going to be moving as many units from one region into one adjacent region.
Yeah, so what exactly is that artifact saying again?
This one?
It's been a while, yeah.
It's just my card cost. I get a card discount. Oh, I forgot about that. It basically gives me an ongoing ability that says my settlement cards cost 1 less. And it's just one additional strength.
1 additional strength, okay. So I'm going to send in 1 basic warrior. And you know what? We're going to send in the beast.
The beast.
The beast is going in there because the beast gives me 3 strength there.
Yuck.
That's a lot of strength. So that'll wrap up my turn. I'm going to turn in everything, these cards. And then I'll just take 2 red cards.
2 red cards? Okay.
Yeah, getting ready for battle.
You are. I don't like that.
Battle time.
2 red cards for you. 2 battle plans.
Yep.
Okay, so then it goes to me. Do you mind if I just take back one of these cards?
You know, I
as
don't
a
mind.
cost?
Go ahead.
Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one.
Yeah, no
honestly.
problem. Go ahead.
I have to remember this. This is like my one ability that I have right now. Okay, so what is your total strength here?
Okay, so my total strength is 1 for the settlement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8?
8 strength.
And I only have 1, 2, 3?
3, leave.
This is the only area where
Fall
you have a
back,
settlement, right?
Monique. Fall back.
This is your only settlement
Yeah.
area? Because my Lord of Havoc is not happening. Gosh, I was not anticipating this to happen
Yeah.
when I chose this card. So, oh wait, before I take my turn, I think you fulfilled the prophecy, right?
No, I don't think. Oh, I did.
Because what's the prophecy again?
Yes, the prophecy is be on the outer ring, the inner ring with a champion or lord, and then the dead center.
Yes.
So I'm on the outer.
Specifically, you have one,
One there.
one champion in here.
Yeah, that's right.
So you immediately
I did
fulfill that.
do that.
So each prophecy scores you a certain number of points depending on the season that we're in.
Season 1 is 3 points. Season 2 would be 4.
So you
and then
do get
5.
that.
So
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I don't get ties anymore.
And you also gain favor. If you were the first one to do it, then you gain 1 additional favor.
So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So I would go up. I get a card. We get the differential on stars, which is nothing, but I get 4 points.
4 points. So you're at 19.
Yeah.
What card would you like?
Oh, we're going to battle. A red
We're
card,
going
please.
to battle. You're just
Soaking
doing
'em up.
things, making plans.
Yes. All these
felt
these battle
so-
cards, by the way, have battle plans have text on them.
Yes. I do.
So we'll go over that when we go into battle.
I felt so confident in the beginning of the season.
You get that deer.
Although, why would you feel confident at the start of the game? But yes, I think winning the deer boosted my confidance, but now not so much.
It's just hanging
This
out
is
in the
not-
mountains over
I
there.
know. You
A
just
mountain
left
goat.
Me, or I guess
You
I
left, yeah.
it alone.
You didn't move. Because the funny thing is, you don't want to move here because it's a free just 4 points.
Right. This is just a free 4 points, which is not a whole lot, but it's still something.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
something, definitely.
my card here is going to allow me to build a settlement in the middle ring,
Only in the middle ring,
following normal settled rules, which means you have to have at least 1 strength
which you do.
in the region, which I
Here
do.
and here, yeah.
But if I have the most strength there, after I build that, then I get to deploy 2 units there, which is a problem because I won't have the most strength
After.
as it is right now.
So if you just did it and put the strength here,
Yeah.
or sorry, the settlement here, then you would have 1 for the settlement, 2 to my 3.
yeah,
Okay. So there's ways around it though. There's faction powers.
I know. It's just I have 2 faction power right now. I don't want to use. I'm gonna have to just.
You're gonna have to
I
move.
guess I'm just gonna have to do my standard one here,
Okay.
which lets me move 1 unit in because I can't deploy directly to that region. That's
No,
the thing. So
you
I'm gonna
can't.
move my champion number 2
Okay.
into this region,
Oh wow.
and then now I will do my card.
Okay.
So, by the way, we didn't go over this, but if you don't want to use the effects of your actual card, so like if it had gotten to this point maybe and it's no longer
Things have
valid,
changed.
or if I didn't have this as an option and I really didn't want to do this anymore, you do have the option of taking a standard action. You would take your cards back into your hand, and I think there are like 3 or 4 options. There's stuff like draw 1 card or discarding a certain number of cards to deploy units. So it's just
Doesn't feel good.
one of the standard
it that
abilities.
way, yeah.
It's just not as intricate as the
Yeah.
effects of the card.
It's just so that you're not completely shut out.
Yeah.
If the board state changes, especially in a
Right.
4-player game, you're like, this card has no utility anymore.
Exactly.
You can still do something.
So I am going to resolve this card though. This is Raise Keep. I'm going to build a settlement into this region, and I'm going to build it here because it gains me a favor.
It does. So you get a card.
It's going to be a battle plan.
Yeah, of course.
Levine is correct
Yeah.
on that. Following normal settled rules, if I have the most strength there, which I now do because Naveen has 3 here, and I have 1, 2, 3 because of my artifact.
Don't forget, by putting the settlement out, you get to put 2 warriors into here.
Oh, yes. That's immediate. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can I undo this?
I don't know.
Naveen,
Can you?
please.
So much undoing.
This is not...
It doesn't matter.
We didn't reveal any hidden information.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So
Because that's a big deal.
She forgot that when you
forgot
put your
that
settlement out, you get
you deploy
free 2 warriors. Yeah.
Two warriors into the region.
So now you have 4.
And you gain 2 points.
So no need to move this in to make sure that you got it. Yeah.
Because of the benefit of the settlement.
And by you moving this in, you basically just give this whole region
give
up,
this up
to me,
which is not
you want to
great.
do, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so if I have the most
You do
strength
1,
there,
2, 3, 4 to my 3.
or 5,
5
because of my artifact,
okay. Yep.
then I can deploy 2 units there. So
So
I
many
will.
units.
I shall. Okay. So that's it for the
Strength.
card. I have a total of 5 units because your settlement does not count.
You're very close
towards
to getting the
region limit.
this thing over
I
here.
don't know if I care about going in there, honestly.
Come on in.
Because I don't want to have to go to battle against your Guinevere.
Yeah, and Guinevere has an ability when you go to battle.
I know.
So it'll trigger if you go to battle with them.
You know, maybe I should. Let's do it.
So if you are looking to get, you have to put a champion or a lord.
So I have
you can't
to move
just.
that champion. So I'm going to spend a faction power to move. And I'm going to move, I guess, 1.
Just 1?
Well, 2.
Make it 2? You sure?
Because I have to leave these 3 behind so I can win this.
You don't have to. Well, we're going to have the whole battle thing going on.
It's going to be this is a non, oops.
Oh, that's
This is
right.
a non-battle plan region.
That's right.
So we haven't gone over that yet.
Yeah.
But because there are no champion or no heroes in this region, it's going to be just a straight strength versus strength war there.
Dang,
So I only needed those 4
Forgot about that little rule.
versus your 3. That's a big rule.
The little
It's a
rule.
big rule. Okay. So I've moved. I now complete the prophecy because I have a hero in each
You did it,
ring.
essentially.
So I also gain
3
3
points.
points, but I only gain 2 favor.
Which is
I don't
fine.
gain 3.
So we get the star differential, which is nothing.
1, 2, 3,
Hello, and then
No
now
star
you get
differential.
4 points though, which I don't like.
and then 4 points. So I go to 20.
You know, I get tiebreaker though. That's good.
What tiebreaker? Oh, because of this?
because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, right now as it stands, nobody would gain the
Excalibur.
Excalibur because it's a tie. So if I want Excalibur, I need to use my
You don't want Excalibur.
ability here to gain a favor.
You're gonna gain a favor.
Yeah.
All right.
So it doesn't
You're
do
gonna waste
anything
it,
for
huh?
me in points.
Okay.
I just gain Excalibur during battle. I do have 1 more faction power, so I could choose to deploy. And now when I deploy, it'll be in either this region or this one, I guess. So I will do it. I'm going to
gonna
spend my
spend?
last faction
Those
power.
are victory points, you know.
Huh?
Those are
Well,
points. Yeah. If you accumulate them all,
but so are these.
I'm telling you, if you get to 5, it's 15 points. You're
This
just
is 9
wasting
points. This region
I'm
is
at
9
0.
points. So I'm going to deploy 2 units into this region out here.
Anything else you'd like to
I
do?
think that's it.
Okay.
I think I literally can't do anything else because
Okay,
you made
perfect.
this not true. I have to have the most strength in a region with valor and an enemy settlement. This is your only settlement.
Yeah, I can't let you just.
And I clearly,
do what you gotta
I'm going to
do.
lose this. I'm going to lose this
That's
region.
Good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
So I had to pay 2 cards, but because I have my discount, it's only 1. All right, I'm gonna also take 2 battle plans. Naveen, be warned.
I'm warned.
And that is it.
Okay.
We have finished preparing, so let's go into war, shall we?
Okay.
All right. First thing that happens is we are going to hand out Excalibur. So again, Excalibur goes to the player with the most favor.
Looking for a handout, huh, Monique?
For a handout.
All right, here's your Excalibur
Can
token.
you please tell everyone what
Here's
Excalibur does
Excalibur.
for
All right,
me?
Excalibur is an artifact. It does not get you any points, but it's an ongoing benefit to the person who has it. It
Yeah.
says, Excalibur, when you tie for first place in a battle anywhere on Avalon, you gain an extra strength.
I didn't calculate that actually into
There
my
you go.
plans.
Do you even care?
I don't think I tie anywhere.
No,
I should have moved an additional.
you should have.
I didn't though.
There
So
you go.
it is what it is.
But you got 4 points out of that whole thing that you did.
But I spent this on that.
But it didn't cost you any favor.
But I could have deployed another unit.
You could have, yes.
Well, at least I have this for this battle right here.
True.
That's what I'm looking at.
That's true.
Okay, so now all of the favor gets reset.
Yeah,
so
we
you always
wiped
start
it.
from 0
Back to 0.
going into the next round. So we are going to be playing with the Green Knight. That is a catch-up mechanism. And the Green Knight goes to Naveen.
Me.
The person
I am
who
losing.
doesn't need it.
This is the catch-up. You don't have to play with this, but we figured why not? Another handout.
Another
Why not?
handout.
The Green Knight. Okay, so this is worth 2 strength.
Well, hold on. It actually goes to the player who has the least number of victory points. So in higher player counts, that's going to be a big difference.
Yeah.
Naveen just got it.
I got my own little handout. The Green Knight. This is a mythical beast,
Okay.
if you will know. This says, when gained, place in any region with an enemy lord or champion.
Okay.
The Green Knight counts as a champion.
Okay.
After the battle where the Green Knight wins, I gain the whole star points thing.
Okay.
Yep. And then the Green Knight is worth 2
strength.
strength.
So it's good that I didn't leave a
Yeah.
champion behind
Where do
there.
I want to put you? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
all
you
right.
must place the Green Knight out immediately.
Oh.
You would. You would.
Yeah, I'm definitely losing this / not even eligible to go in there.
Correct.
You because you have a champion
You
here.
don't want to add it to the middle?
Well, the thing is, I like what Guinevere has over here,
Okay.
and yeah,
Suit yourself,
That's
Naveen.
I'm suited.
All right, so now we move into battles. So battles are resolved in a specific order.
Like a toilet bowl.
So technically, in higher player counts, when you have the whole board, you would start from up here, and you would swirl inwards, always resolving the last.
the center.
The center
There you go.
last. But only revealed regions. So we're going to start with this region here.
Well, look at
now,
that.
if it is uncontested, as it is right now, then we don't actually have a battle. I just get all the points.
The handout.
And whoever wins a region gains the points for the region, as well as if there is an artifact there. There's no artifact there. So I only gain the points, which is
4 is great.
4. 4 is great. 4 is the least amount that's on the board right now.
4 is good.
But hey, I've got my mythical beast there,
Yep.
who I honestly should have moved. That would have been the best thing to do, but I didn't.
I'm glad you
There's-
didn't,
I have a
honestly.
lot of regrets here.
I think it's because everybody left, and then it was like tethered here, and you're like,
I should have moved it into
yes,
here,
yes.
and then just deployed a unit.
I was
there.
hoping that's what you.
That was my mistake.
Yeah,
Lots
okay.
of mistakes. Okay,
good.
this is the next region.
Okay.
So
Here we go.
the thing is, we are both in this region,
We are.
which means we are going to have a battle. Now, when you go into battle, if there is at least one hero figure in the battle, then we can play battle plans. And battle plans are the red type of card that we haven't really seen yet. They basically give us an effect as well as the ability to add additional strength to that region. Now, there are 2 ways that you can play this. You can either do the deterministic, no luck version of the game, or you can do the standard version, which is what we're doing,
Oh, yeah.
which requires us to blindly draw from the decks and sort of push our luck. So, only players who have a hero in battle can choose to play a battle plan, and we both do, because
We do.
Naveen has 2 champions here. I believe this counts as a champion.
It's a mythical beast.
Oh, okay.
But
it
I would
says-
imagine a champion.
it says it counts as a champion.
champion, yeah.
And I also have a champion in
Yep.
here. So first, we're going to just determine our base strength.
Yep.
And we'll use the board over there.
Sure.
I have, this is champion number 2?
Champion number 2.
Okay, so
No artifact.
all of the units have a base of 1 strength.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because that's what they give. So I
Okay.
have 5. What do you got?
And
have
you
3?
don't have any artifacts for these champions?
No.
Okay, so I don't have any artifacts contributing for these either. So I have 1, 2, 3. So
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
That's good.
Not bad,
this is a good
actually.
thing for
That's a
me.
good spread because anything can happen. Now, simultaneously, just like during the preparation phase, we are going to choose a battle plan from our hand, which is the red cards. And at the very bottom of the battle plan, it'll show a number. And they typically go up to, it's the most common number is 3, but they'll
They
go,
can go
some
higher.
of them are higher. And that'll basically tell us the maximum number of strength we can add to this region
Correct.
by pushing our luck and drawing cards from these decks and adding up their initiative values. Now you can increase that maximum by adding additional cards from your hand behind that card as bonus cards. And for each card, it doesn't matter what color it is, it adds 1 additional maximum strength
Right.
capacity, essentially. And we'll explain the rest of it when we get there.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and choose a battle plan. Now, if you don't want to choose a red card, you can choose any card and it'll be a base value of 3. It just doesn't have any additional effect. That's the thing that's kind of nice about these red cards.
Yeah. So one thing to note is at the very end of this season,
Yes.
any cards that you still have left in your hand, you're going to discard them. So we will start over with 8 to start the next round.
Yes.
But for every card you discard in this manner, you score 1 victory point. So sometimes you want to hold back cards.
Yeah, the game kind of wants you to not spend so frivolously,
Yeah.
right? So, all right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Boom.
a 5.
So mine is a strength of 4, but I did play a bonus card behind it,
Oh.
which increases that to a strength of 5.
Well, mine is a 5, and I played a bonus card, which makes it a 6.
Okay. So my
go.
effect, if this comes true,
Okay.
it says outflank. If you did not start this battle with the most strength, which I did not, gain 1 strength for every bonus card played by the enemy with the most. So it would just be 1
won.
additional.
Thank God.
Not amazing, which means I can only max out.
So you're going to
At
gain 1
6.
strength here. So basically, we're going to put a token here.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is
Okay.
contingent. So we are not. This is the push your luck aspect. So now starting with Naveen, because he has the most strength here,
I do.
he's going to draw cards from any of the 4 decks. And again, the initiatives range from 1 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And after each card draw, he'll choose to continue drawing more, or he can choose to stop at any time.
Yep.
Now, once we both have done this, we're going to reveal our cards at the same time. And if the initiative value, the sum of all of the initiative values on these cards, adds up to more than what the maximum is here, which is 6,
5 plus 1, 6, yep.
then he busts. And
Don't put that on me.
he won't be able to resolve the effect of the card,
Yeah.
but he'll still gain some additional strength. It'll be up to half the value of that max.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're trying to do is really get as close to your maximum as possible without going over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Naveen, please.
So I'm looking to draw a total of 6.
Yes.
I want to hit 6 and be happy with that.
Yeah, be
All right.
happy with it.
All right, let's take a green card.
Green, okay.
All right, and so even if you bust, you're not supposed to let
Yes.
anybody know
Yeah, right.
because you
can't.
want your opponent who's going to have to do the same process
You don't
not
want me
have
to
a
know.
leg up. Yeah.
Yeah, super
All right.
important.
Let's take another green
Another green. Okay.
since it's just so close to you.
What else?
Let's go with a red.
Okay, keep going.
You know nothing.
Bust.
Okay, I'll stop here.
You're gonna choose to stop here?
I'll choose to stop here.
All right, so then it goes to me. And again, my maximum is 5. It's 4 plus 1 for the bonus card.
Good luck.
Thank you. I guess I'll start with blue. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Oh boy. I'll go one more.
Uh-oh.
Because this is an even number.
Bust.
So even if okay. I'll stop here.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Stop.
gonna choose to stop.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay.
So let's reveal.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
5.
5.
Okay, so
So-
you went for 5 and you got 5?
Yes.
Okay, I went for 6, but I got 5.
Okay.
I chose to just hold back.
So we both succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to add that additional amount.
Yeah, so I'm going to add 5 to me. So
Yeah.
I go from 5 to 10, and then you went from 3 plus 5. You
Plus
got?
5.
Oh, so you go to 8.
To 8.
Perfect.
You also get to resolve your card. What does it say?
Because I won this battle, right?
Oh, what does it say?
It says if you win this battle, you may keep this card.
Okay, we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
So mine says if you did not start this battle with the most, I gain +1 for every bonus card played by the enemy with the most.
Plus 1. I played 1, so you have 9.
I have 9.
Perfect.
I don't win it.
I felt very comfortable
Hold on.
knowing if you nailed it,
When you tie for
Tie.
first place in a battle
it's not a tie.
anywhere on Avalon.
This is why I was very comfortable stopping
Oh,
at
but
5.
this goes to my lord, huh? So that means
yeah.
Balor here has +2. Okay, so I did not win because
Solid.
Naveen, these get discarded, the ones that we drew.
These are mine.
The push your luck
Yeah,
ones.
the push your luck ones. So these are my push your lucks.
These do
So
not
these are out.
stay with us. So these.
Now
are
this
out.
card, what it said was, if you win this battle, you may keep this card. Now you know I have a 5er.
I do know that.
Now you know.
Now I know.
This goes away though. This is what I
this goes
stuffed
away.
behind.
So a few things happen. All right, so now that the battle is over, the first thing that happens is actually this doesn't get placed. These are
Yeah, this was just
strength tokens. Very
should just
important.
moved up the track. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is Naveen is the winner.
I am.
So you gain this artifact.
I do.
It's going to score you 4 points.
Perfect.
So you go up to 23.
Awesome.
And if you have a hero in that region, then you can equip it immediately.
Yep. So I'm gonna put it on this.
1 or 2.
1.
Okay?
Yep.
And then we're going to score the actual region. So Naveen gets full points for the region,
Yep.
which is
5
5.
points.
So you go up to 28. And second place gets half.
Half.
It's rounded up, which is nice for me.
Convenient for you. Huh?
because-
Okay, so I get. So you get 3,
Yeah, so I get 3.
and I get 5.
I gave you your 5 already. So then, that is the end of the battle. We are going to discard cards. Naveen already did this, but if you were the player who won the battle, you discard all of your cards. Because my battle plan did not fail, I actually get to keep these cards, and I did not come in first. I get to put these cards back into my hand, which is nice. Had your battle plan failed, though, then it would be a different story. So we'll just get to that if that happens to one of us.
Had you failed to push your luck, then
yes,
it's a different story.
the push your luck. All right, so that is it for this region.
Yeah, so the Green Knight, unfortunately, because now I am ahead. You're ahead, but is that 1 star in front of me?
I'm on it, though.
Okay, so this one says the Green Knight wins the 1 point for every star out that somebody's out in front of you. So that's too bad.
Yeah, 'cause that's after the battle, right?
After the battle, yeah. So that's done.
All right. So then, technically, we would go up this way and then move into the middle ring.
Yep.
So our next region is going to be the big one.
Yes.
The one I'm going to lose, I believe. So we both have heroes in
Let's
here.
start over. Okay.
Which means it's going to be a battle plan battle. I have 1, 2, 3, because I have Excalibur.
Oh, yeah. 4,
What
5.
is this? 4, 5. That's
Yep.
it?
No artifact
That's
with it. So you get 5.
I have 5.
And then I believe we counted me to be 8, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's unfortunate. Your mythical beast turned out to be so much more heroic
Yeah.
than mine.
Yours is holding it down over
And-
here in the mountains.
And again, settlements add 1.
Plus 1,
which
yeah.
is why
So that's why I'm at
it's 8. Okay, so 5 to 8. I can still use Excalibur
If it ties,
if
yeah.
it ties. But let's go ahead and choose a battle plan if you'd like. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, reveal. So
Ooh.
I did 5,
You did.
6, 7, 8.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a fool.
You're going for it? Well, I did 1 with my card blocker, nothing behind it.
So it's just 3.
Yeah, but you want to read the text on mine? It says all enemy bonus cards lose 1 strength.
All my bonus cards.
Lose 1 strength.
So my interpretation of that is that's still going to be contingent on whether
On
or
me
not
being successful.
your battle plan succeeds. But I still get to draw up to 8 because that is my maximum.
Yes.
So that does not come into effect unless your battle plan succeeds.
So if you draw 8,
then it would be
then
really
it'd be
a 5.
5, yeah.
Which would be unfortunate because this says if this battle plan involves one of your champions and your battle plan adds 7 or more strength after fails are calculated, then I gain an additional strength and 2 points.
Okay.
So
We'll see.
we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Naveen has to nail this
I
or
do.
risk a tie.
Yeah, I could risk a tie. I don't want to tie.
You don't want to tie. So it's you first.
All right. Let's take a blue card.
Okay.
So I'm looking for 3 specifically.
Hoping to 2.
All right. I'll take a blue card again.
Wow. That's pushing your luck.
I'll stop here. Go ahead.
Did you nail it? Oh, I feel like you did. Okay, so I can go up to 8. I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna draw like wild. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm keeping.
You might as well go for it.
I should slow down.
You're like, okay.
All right, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Okay, so you were looking for,
I was looking for a perfect 3.
and I was looking for
A perfect
up
8.
to 8.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
3.
8.
I did it. So I didn't fail. So all your bonus cards that you played, so you're gonna lose. So you're 8 minus 3.
My
See?
8 minus 3,
Yeah.
so it's only 5.
5, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So I go up 3, right? So I go from 8 to 11, and then you're gonna go from 5 to 10. Perfect.
1 short.
Perfect. I had to nail it.
One
No, I
short.
drew a 1 and then I drew a 2.
Luck
so if I
is
drew
on
a
your
3,
side.
no, I needed that.
Luck is on your side.
That's scary. That was scary. That was tough.
I feel horrible.
That was tight.
Just for the record, I feel horrible.
You're winning.
Anywho,
By 2
not for
points?
long. You're about to gain, what is this, 18 points?
This is true. Yes.
So first things first, Naveen, congratulations.
Oh yes, I like that.
You are the holder of the Holy Grail.
Perfect.
So you are going to
holding
gain
this.
10 points,
10 points. Yep.
which brings you to
38.
38.
Yep.
And you, look, at least I have stars in
That's
between.
true. Yeah.
You don't actually get that card. You
No.
get the actual Grail
Oh yeah, that's right.
because
Because this will go back into cycle in the
Yeah.
next season. Yep.
yeah, so now once per season, Naveen can force break a tie.
I can. Yeah. Once.
So the Grail goes to your Lord.
Lord.
It does not count as an artifact that
Right.
it's carrying.
I'll just keep it
Put
here.
it next to your board.
Just keep it here.
And now you gain +1 strength.
Plus 1
which is
strength
bad,
for this last battle.
bad for me. Okay, so you also win the region, so 8
Yeah,
points.
8 points, so to
46.
46,
So
yep.
it's so
And
bad.
you get half, though.
And I gain 4, so to 34.
Mhm.
And that's it. So you have to discard your card,
Yeah,
and I gain all of my cards back.
you do.
But isn't that impressive?
That
I
was very
nailed all
impressive.
8. Who knew that Naveen had a card like that? That
I
was
did.
so terrible.
I needed
Terrible.
that. That was
No, you
tight.
didn't. No,
That
you
was
didn't.
Very, very tight.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next region here. So again, there are no heroes. So this is just straight
Straight up.
strength. I have 4 because I have my settlement to Naveen's 3.
So you're gonna.
So
get
I
the
gain
card.
this artifact, which I'll have to assign later. At the end of your turn, you may move any 2 warriors in the Bears region to an adjacent revealed region. Okay. So I'll assign
So
this
you get
later.
3 points.
It is 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And the region itself is 6.
So you get 6 and I get 3.
So yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm at 49.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And finally, the hot center,
Dead center.
the dead center. So this is going to be another battle plan type battle. I have a total of 1 plus 2 plus 1 because they're carrying an artifact.
Okay, so you have 2.
1, yeah, I have 3.
3. Okay, you have
Just
3.
3.
And then I have.
So can you put on the,
Oh yeah, sorry.
please?
You're at 3, and then I have. Let's see. I have how many warriors?
You
1,
have
2,
3?
3. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, where did I put that?
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
No reason to
Now,
not.
Guinevere does have this artifact here. It says in battles with Guinevere,
Yeah,
all my 1 and 2 value initiative bonus cards that I tuck
yeah.
is I get to add 1 strength.
Okay.
So if I tuck a bunch of 1s and 2s behind,
Yeah.
then it acts like a +1 to that.
To the capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. I went with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so I went with 5, 6, then technically 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's
Right? Because
see.
these are 10.
This push your luck is going to be really important here.
So I have, it's called Purifying Fire. If I win, I could either move up on this favorite track
Okay.
or I can take 3 points.
Okay, that's nice. This is the same one that I played last battle. So if
Okay.
this battle involves one of my champions, which it does,
Uh-huh.
and my battle plan adds 7 or more, then I gain. Gain is a strength and 2 points.
1 strength and 2 points. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going for 10.
You're going for 10.
I'm pushing luck for 10.
Well,
who goes first? Is it you?
you.
Me? Whoever's out in front?
Yes, you
Okay.
can choose to do it simultaneously, but where's the drama in that?
Yeah, I'm going for 10. Okay, let's just take 2 off the top of the yellow right now. Just
2?
1, 2.
Let's just do it
Don't
one at a
even look.
time.
Okay, I'll take another one.
Okay.
All right, let's do it again.
Yellow?
Same yellow, yep.
Okay.
All right, let's go green.
Green.
I'm not card counting at all.
There's really no rhyme or reason right now to.
Let's go green again.
It's just part of the mystery.
Yeah. What was your total number again?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
I went with an odd number this
9,
time.
and then best case scenario, if you were successful, you get +1.
Yes.
Make it a 10.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll stop here.
You'll stop there?
That's it.
Is it a surefire winner? Okay, anyway.
Okay.
I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah. Can't
Because
give it
I
away.
really have nothing to lose here.
Maybe I
right?
busted already.
Oh. Wait. Hold on. Ooh.
Do it correctly.
Ah.
Don't bust.
I'm going for it. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3,
8.
9.
8.
9. All right.
Okay.
So, neither of us,
Nobody busted.
nobody busted.
So I'm just going to add 8 to mine because
okay.
it's very simple. So
Okay.
I go to 14.
I add 9.
Yeah, so what's that? 3 plus 9 is
12. You have anything else?
12. No, that's it.
Okay.
So you get +1, right? Because of you went over 7.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I did the
You
math.
did the math.
Mathematics.
I still score 2 points.
You do. So you
because
so you,
I gain 1 strength.
you gain 1 strength, which I just gave you to make you 13.
If this battle involves one of your champions and your battle plan adds 7 plus after fails are calculated
Yeah, so you get a +1
Gain
strength,
1
which I just
strength.
gave you, 12 to 13.
and 2 points.
2 points, that's good. 1, 2.
That's going to make up for.
I'm just glad you weren't able to use Excalibur against me.
You stinky. You didn't get to use Excalibur at all.
Your handout.
All right. Well, this is going to get discarded.
Discarded.
My handout was not a handout at
I
all.
know. Here you go.
So these are the ones that you drew?
I did, yeah.
Okay. And now there is no artifact in the middle there.
Nothing.
So you just get the straight 10 points.
Straight up 10, so 59.
I gained
And then
5.
you get 5, though. That's good.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which was really 7. So
Did you dump your entire hand, or do you have cards left over?
I get them all back.
Oh, so there you go. You can score some points.
This is 5 points
That's
here.
just straight up 5 points.
That was not bad.
It's like you won the center.
It's like
I dumped
won
all
the
my cards.
center. That is true.
All right.
That's not true. I did not win the center. Okay, that was the final battle. So we are at the end of the war phase. So now we just discard our entire hand. Because like Naveen was mentioning, we always start with a fresh hand.
Yeah, I don't
Do you have any cards?
No, I just have my little in-betweener card.
You were too frivolous. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just from winning all these battles,
7 points.
That's good. Look at you, 57 to 59, and I won all the battles.
That was real close.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. All right, that is the end of season
How
one.
did that work out?
So we're gonna move into season 2, shall we?
Okay.
So this is the last season because we are playing the short game.
game.
So after this season, we're going to score our settlements one last time, and then that is going to be the final score. All right. Wait, what are those cards?
Oh, this is what I won that last battle with. I actually
you didn't discard them.
Nor did I resolve it. So Purifying Fire said, if I win, I could either go up on the track or take 3 points. I'll take 3 points.
You don't want to go up on the favorite track?
I mean, I do. I do. But I'll take 3
3
points.
points?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're
1,
over
2,
there.
3. Got to
Nice.
keep spread.
What a cheater.
Look at all that. Cheater.
Okay. Do you want to reset our
Sure.
our battle
So these are
stand?
gone, actually.
Yes. Okay. Now we can move on to season 2.
Yep.
Please, would you like to do the
slide
honors?
it on over there.
Okay, and we are going to have a true mist phase where we perform all the steps of setup because in the first season it was a bit abbreviated.
Yep.
So the first thing that happens is we actually remove all of the units from the board. So we will have an opportunity to deploy where we
redeploy
have
everyone.
settlements, but until then, these go out. And this is your mythical beast, right?
That is my
This
beast. Yeah, that's why
flag.
the flag. That's very important.
Okay.
My
And
lord.
this
The Green Knight goes back. They were a
Yes.
temporary friend.
very benefit. That was just the catch-up
It's the catch-up mechanism. Yep.
Okay, and I
All
believe
right,
the rest of
bring
them are
these
yours.
warriors back.
Oh, we deployed a lot of
We did. We got everybody out.
units. You did.
I got
You
it. Literally
really
everybody
deployed
out. Yeah.
a lot. Oh yeah, you deployed everybody, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if there were any cards left that we did not reveal, we would now reveal them at this time and then remove them from the board.
Yep.
But since we were able to reveal everything and battles took place in all the regions, then we skip that. And now the regions go back into the mist.
The mist.
So only the regions that don't have settlements, which means we are going to keep these two. And if we were playing a full game, then these two would actually stay for the rest of the game. But the other regions are going to go away. This middle one always gets replaced.
Yeah, because you can't put a settlement.
Right. So basically, throughout the game, these areas will change. You'll never know how many points certain regions are worth until settlements are built. So, and these
The
are
new one.
these are placed face down because we're going to have to re-explore them.
And then we have 2 new ones coming in.
Very
So
good.
we really don't know what's on the other end of these.
Yes. And the game comes with several of these, so you always kind of shuffle them. Then we place new mist cards. So just like in the last season, we are going to draw 2 cards from each deck.
2 artifacts.
Yes.
We have 2 beasts, and then that Holy Grail that I earned in the previous season
Yeah.
gets shuffled back in. So we don't know which ones they're going to be.
Yes.
And they're just going to kind of go all on those different areas.
Right.
Including the areas that we do have settlements on. So they will stay face down, though.
Yes, the cards will stay face down, and basically any region that has a face down card is considered to be unexplored. So you can explore them to reveal the card. The Holy Grail does still stay with Naveen.
I still keep the token because I didn't get to actually use the benefit,
Yeah.
which is breaking a tie on initiatives.
One time.
One time, yeah. So when I use it, then it'll be gone.
Next, we gain new prophecy cards. So we're going to discard the one from the previous season.
Yep.
And
one's
since we're in
gone.
season 2, we're now going to be playing with 2 prophecy cards.
We are. So let me give you your cubes back.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so 2 prophecy cards. So we have. You want to go one by one?
Okay.
Okay. So we have the heart of the land will know them. Okay. Have a unit in all the inner ring. So basically in these 2.
Okay.
So that's very doable because we are going to start off by essentially having a leg up in
Yeah,
our
we're
settlements,
gonna
and
be-
you can spawn into your settlements.
Yes, that's true.
So we can get in there kind of quicker. Okay, and then the next one is going to be
With confidence, Naveen.
confidence. Oh yes, they shall fight for the fruit of the forge.
Oh, nice. Okay.
have the most strength in 2 artifact regions.
Oh, interesting. So that makes the areas with the artifact cards a little bit more valuable.
More
this time
justifiable
around.
to go for.
So then we are going to reset our abilities. So all of these cubes, except for the faction power, the faction power stays sort of where it is.
We both at 0?
Yes. And that's pretty much it for season setup. Now, our prototype is a little bit outdated, so the rulebook actually has these 2 steps flipped, although I'm not quite sure it matters, but I guess we can take our settlement bonuses now,
Okay.
which is going to be the number of points on settlements that have been built, which for the both of us is just 2 points
So I
each,
get
right?
2, and you get 2.
Yes. And then the ability to deploy specifically warriors
So the basics.
to the region where you have a settlement.
Boom.
So we're on opposite sides here.
Okay.
I believe they can't move because these regions are considered to be unexplored.
Yeah, that's right. So they're kind of tethered there. But
Yeah.
I do have an artifact that triggers during this moment.
Oh, okay.
So this one says after you take this settlements bonus action in the preparation phase. Wait, I'm sorry. We're in the miss phase. This is only for preparation phase.
Yes, yeah. So that's going to be when we take actions. Now we can rearrange artifacts. So I have an artifact here that I wasn't able to assign during the war phase. So now I can assign this, and then any of the other ones that you have, you can
Move
rearrange.
around. I think I'll just leave it.
You're gonna leave it like
Yeah,
that?
I think so. I liked having the Lord have possession of that thing.
Okay. I actually think I'm gonna leave the first one where it was,
Okay.
the champion one here. And then the new artifact that I have here, I'm going to assign to Lord Balor.
Okay.
So this artifact actually gives me an ability that says at the end of my turn, I may move any 2 warriors in the bearer's region. So it has to be Lord Balor's region
Okay.
to an adjacent revealed region. So if I feel like I'm going to be moving Lord Balor around a lot and potentially gaining warriors where he is, then I can move them.
Redistribute them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's only once per season.
Right. Okay.
All right, and finally, the last step during the mist phase is just gaining 8 cards. So let me hand you yours.
Okay.
So 2
2 of each side.
deck.
Yeah. So 2 green, yellow, blue, and red.
And red. There you go. Then you
Making
can start
good.
formulating your plan. And that'll be pretty much the end of the mist phase. All right, and we are now ready to move on to the preparation phase, round 1. Are you ready?
Got it right here.
You have your card?
I'm locked in.
All right, let me just move this over to round 1.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Deploy.
Reveal. Okay.
So I'm doing a 1. So you have a 3.
I have a 3, so I'm going to go first.
So we're not
and-
tied. So there's no Grail coming into
Right.
effect here.
Yes. So
Okay,
I'm
so
going to
you
go ahead
do yours first?
and resolve my card first.
Okay.
So this is Bannermen. I have to pay 2 cards to play this card. There are no discounts here.
Okay.
And this allows me to basically deploy 2 units twice. So I
Okay.
can deploy to 2 different regions, or the same if I'd like to, and I gain a favor and 3 points. So first, I'm going to deploy my Lord and Champion 1. So basically the 2 units who have artifacts, and I'm going to deploy them to this middle region here. And again, the reason why I can do this is because I have a settlement there.
Yeah, your settlement's there.
My own settlement, yes.
Okay, so your Lord's there.
My Lord
So
is
you're
here.
exploring it.
So I'm going to pause, explore this region. I gain one of the benefits here, which I think, what is it? It's either
Faction power.
2 warriors, a faction power, or it's actually really tiny, but this is the ability to move units from adjacent regions into this region. So that does not apply right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because if you do 2 warriors, then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, with no ability to move them. So I'm going to take a faction power.
Yep, makes sense.
So that way I can potentially move some units out if I'd like to. And then we do reveal this.
Okay.
So what is it?
Is it artifact?
The Green Man.
Oh, nice.
So this is a mythical beast.
Beast.
This is actually my favorite
Yeah.
of all of the
Look at 'em.
minis here. It's a tree. The Green Man's a tree with
Yeah.
a face. So I'm going to go ahead and place Green Man here.
Okay.
And the Green Man cannot move. On deploy, you may deploy to any region. And so the Green Man has an ongoing ability that says after scoring his region, you gain 3, 4, or 5 points, depending on the season, minus 1 point for every 2 enemy units that are in the region rounded down.
Okay.
But the Green Man has 2 strength.
Strength,
So
yeah.
it's just going to be 2 strength that's in this region.
It's interesting.
So we are going to pause now to bid for the Green Man.
yeah.
It is interesting because if you win the Green Man, you have 2 strength in there already,
I would have 2 strength in there, yeah.
which means you'll also have the ability to build a settlement.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like the greatest power of all.
Like it's
know?
it's a region that I could just completely ignore, and then the Green
Yeah.
Man is nothing.
It's an interesting, this is definitely an interesting
Yeah.
bid. All right, let's figure out what cards. Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
5.
5. So I bid 5.
And I bid 5.
And you bid 5,
Yep.
but I discovered the region, so I actually have 6.
6, yep.
All right,
All right.
so I'm going to go
It's
ahead and
yours.
discard these. The green man is mine. I just didn't want to run the risk of Naveen having just this immediate power in there.
Yeah.
You know? But I complimented the green man, and then I sort of downplay the green man's ability.
Now you have 5 units in
but
here.
I'm happy to have
Yeah.
them.
You have your full 5.
I have my full 5, that is true. I will still need to finish resolving my card, though.
Sure.
So the green man scores me 3 points.
3 points right away. So you go to 62.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then the rest of my card, I do get to deploy another 2 units, which I think will be a champion and the white heart.
Okay.
And I'm going to deploy them
There.
here.
You want to be there.
I want to be here. So this is, again, it's coastal regions or where you have settlements.
Right.
And then finally, I gain a favor, which gains me a faction power, as well as 3 points. Yeah.
3 points.
3
Look at
points,
you.
really tiny.
Okay,
Now,
1, 2,
before
3.
I end my turn, I would like to use one of my faction abilities. I think I'm
Okay.
just going to do the regular one.
This is
here.
a one-off for the season.
Yeah. It's just the plain Jane ability here that just lets me do basically one thing. And I'm going to move. Oh, I can only move 1 unit
One.
though.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Forget about
because, yeah, it's going to be the same anyway. And I
Okay.
don't want to run the risk of not having that.
The flexibility
the
to use it
flexibility
later.
of these abilities.
Yep.
So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and discard my cards. So again, it was 2 card cost, which I have here.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do I want to draw? I will draw 1 green and 1 yellow. All right, that's me.
Okay, so I also played a deploy card. Now this one has a 2 cost, but there is a modifier on it, which we'll enact in a second. This one is called Call Banners, and I get to deploy 3 individual units.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to send out my Lord. Well, let's do this in order so we don't have to just completely stop everything. So I'll send out 1, my champion, 2, a warrior, and then finally my Lord. That
You're sending them all to the same region?
all to the same region, yes.
Okay.
I want a little bit of power there. So, okay. So now we are going to go ahead and stop, and we are going to reveal this because my Lord is exploring this area.
Yes, you get to explore the entire
thing.
tile. This is a new one.
Come on.
You don't have to read the
name.
location.
Okay, no problem. So, this is nice. We're competing over 9 points here.
Oh, yes,
Compared to
that's
this where I
right.
have a stronghold or a settlement, it's 7 points.
7 points.
So,
And this one's 10.
that's
by the
10.
way.
Yeah, that's a better spot. Okay, so we have 1 of each type of unit here, and what do we...
Whoa, wait.
okay.
You have to decide what you
Oh,
want.
nice. Okay, I can put out a champion,
Yeah,
or I can take a faction power.
yeah.
Let's get more people onto the board. I will put out a champion.
Nice.
There we go. Okay, so that was that benefit there. And
Okay.
then now, what do we have? I think we have the other beast.
The other mythical beast?
Yeah. It's called the...
The slaw?
Slaw?
The slaw.
Yeah. You have it there?
No, you have it.
Oh,
over
I have
there.
it?
Yeah, that one. The scary
Ooh.
one.
The one with the mouth.
The
big
one with the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look
think
at
the
that.
slaw is yelling something.
Okay, what does it say here?
The slaw is worth 5 points,
Mm-hmm.
and they have an ability that says when this deploys or moves to a region with at least 3 enemy units, you may destroy a warrior there. And this gains 1 strength,
Token.
one strength token. So we
Yeah.
haven't really been showcasing these.
Yeah.
These are tokens that you would literally put onto the board, and it assigns to a specific thing. And they actually don't get removed from the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say there.
They say there.
So, yeah, that's good. So we're competing over this, and it's worth 5 points.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty nice.
So you can't
I can still
technically...
take it.
You can still take it, but you cannot have 3 beasts.
I cannot have 3 beasts. I would have to. I mean, I could let go of the white heart. Just saying. I don't know.
You could.
Or I could also just discard
Get
it
rid of the
5
tree?
points. Yeah, maybe. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
7.
Nothing.
Oh,
7.
I thought you would take it.
I didn't want to
Dang it.
take it.
Okay.
I didn't want to spend. I don't have that many cards.
7 was really 8. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what you were going to do.
Oh, I'm
but
so glad I did. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have won it.
You wouldn't have
anyway,
won,
so
yeah.
it's not like I would have.
I really wanted this thing. So, okay. So,
Don't forget that this is only once per season.
Once per
Don't think
season.
that you can just trounce around the board, destroying my warriors.
No problem. Or
it's-
moves. Yeah, that's
is
nice.
5
So
points,
it's
though.
worth 5 points. Yeah. Points are what you need to get in this game.
It's
so
true.
69.
In every game.
And then now this is with me. So
Yes.
we are going to go ahead and put a flag. I like this. I like a balanced beast approach here. You have
balanced
2, I have 2.
yeah.
It feels fair.
It does feel fair, so that's why I didn't bid.
Thank you.
We needed.
There we go.
Can't
Fair
have
and
all the
balanced.
beasts.
There you go. And I have 5 units in here. So that's it for that. So we pause for both the exploration as well as to resolve who gets the beast.
Yes.
Now we go back to my card. So in addition to playing this, I get 2 points and a faction power.
Nice.
So I'll take more points. Okay, and then at the bottom here, so normally this would have cost 2 cards, but it says if you deploy a lord or a
So basically
champion,
a hero.
Yep, a hero.
Yeah.
With this card, then it's 1 discount. So that
Okay.
was nice.
So you only had to pay 1.
I only had to pay 1, yeah.
All right, so you're ending your turn there.
Did pay 3 cards out of that though. Yeah.
What would you like to draw?
Okay, let's
Sorry, these
do.
cards are a bit of a mess here.
Okay, no problem.
You only reshuffle the cards when these decks run out. So
Let's do a green and a yellow.
green and
and
yellow.
yellow.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
And I believe in the final version of the game, I believe the game will be coming with a tray that holds these cards. So for our prototype, we just have these tokens
What we have
so that
there.
we know what colors the decks are. All right, so that is it for round 1 of preparation. Moving into round 2 now. Let's go ahead and choose the card that we're going to play.
Okay.
All right, ready?
I am ready.
1, 2, 3.
Moving. 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a tie for initiative. The first tiebreaker is the Holy Grail. Are you going to enact that now?
This could be a one-time. You know what?
It's now or next.
I would like to see where you're going to move because
Okay.
that could influence. It'd be better to be able to counteract what you're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the second tiebreaker is whoever has fewer points, which
Yeah,
is me.
it's going to be you.
So I'm going to resolve my card first. This card actually costs 3 cards to play, which is a lot. So it says if you play this in the first turn of the season, which I'm not doing, or lose 2 points. So I will be losing 2 points in order to gain 1 card discount.
Nice.
This is a movement card that's called To the Four Winds.
Okay.
This allows me to choose a region and
Split out.
move, spread out from that region, and then I can move 1 more time.
Okay.
So I'm going to choose this region.
Yep.
Now I cannot move the green man.
No, the tree stays.
He stays here, but
You couldn't even move here because this is unexplored.
No,
These
no,
people
I
are
can't.
tethered here, so it has to be
it
here.
has to be there. And again, it's any number of units into adjacent regions. So I'm going to move my champion and a
them out.
warrior into here.
Oh, interesting.
Just so I'm
You're bailing on this
I'm in
area?
there. I am bailing a little bit, but I
Okay.
can always deploy into this area, so that's why it's okay. And then I'm going to move this one into here, which
Truly
allows me
bailing.
to explore the region.
Okay.
Let's check it out, shall we? This is a new middle area.
Okay.
I'll just do it like this.
Okay.
And ooh, I knocked you over.
Please.
So we are competing for 15 points
Oh.
in the center.
15 is a lot of points.
15 is a lot of points. And you know what? Just to make it so that there's no rule confusion here, do you mind if I move this in with my lord?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to move them both into here. And I've explored this region. I can choose to gain a faction power, draw a card, or place 2 warriors in here.
Okay.
Let's go with the 2 warriors. All right. And then that's it for that. Let's reveal the card. It should be an artifact. Yes, it is. This
should
is
be.
the Karn
What if it was the grail? Oh,
Helm.
because the grail's an artifact. I see.
Yes. Whenever the bearer explores, this is an ongoing ability, you may lose 2 points to gain 1 additional exploration reward. So this is not super useful in our game, but it will be 2 points. Yeah, so that's kind of the last battle is going to be
Yeah.
over this.
And again, it's not useful because we're playing the short game.
Yeah.
But if you had it, you would use its ability in
Right.
season 3.
So that was the first movement. Then I can move 1 unit to an adjacent region, and I think I will move my lord into here. So in doing that, I believe I've completed one of the prophecies.
Have a unit in all inner circles.
Yes,
Yeah.
the inner circle region. Since
not
these
the
2 are
circle.
out of play, then they're automatically.
Well, look at you. So that's
Yeah.
4 points.
4
So you're going to go to
points.
69, and then
Okay.
you are probably going to end up with Excalibur at the end
Hopefully.
because you're going to get 1.
There's no star.
There is
Oh,
a
there's
star in between. Unbelievable. 1, 2. You get to draw a card,
Okay.
and then now it's
no
3.
other stars.
Yeah, because 1, 2 plus you were first to do it. 3.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
I'll take a blue card. All right. So those were the movements. I also get to draw a card. I'll draw a red card. Let's put some pressure on Naveen.
Sure.
And then it says I gain 3 points. So can I have 3 points, please?
In addition to that, huh?
And finally, this is a very expensive card.
It was,
to
yeah.
be fair, and it's not like a 3 initiative either. It says if you explore a region, plus 2 units there.
Oh.
So I did explore a region. So I can put, and these are 2 units. They don't have to be warriors. So I'm going to send out a champion and a warrior.
Look at
So now I'm
you.
at my max there, and I believe that's it. So I'm not going to do any abilities. I'm just going to leave that as is. And these are the 2 cards I'm playing, and I have to lose 2 points.
Okay, that's
don't
nice.
think I did that
okay,
yet.
1, 2. Yeah. So we're tied. We are officially at 71 each.
Yeah.
But I like your positioning on the board.
I'm telling you, that was an expensive card to play.
Yeah.
So the cards that I'm going to draw, let's go blue and red. All right. That's it for me.
Blue and
so now
red.
it goes to you.
Okay. So I've played this card called Fan Out, but before I do it, I want to get one of my beasts out there. So Arcturus, I want to get them out, and I'm going to get them out via their ability.
Okay.
This one, again, reads, place this mythical beast in any revealed region. Move any one non-beast enemy there, non-beast enemy and settlement to an adjacent region, ignoring the placement restrictions and any bonuses.
Okay.
So again, placement restriction would be like you can't have 2 settlements in the same area.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you would ignore the bonuses. So I'm going to go ahead and put this beast here since we're fighting over 10
It
points.
says deploy to any region.
Any explored region.
Oh.
To any revealed region. Yeah.
Arcturus.
Yeah.
So good.
And then I can move any one non-beast enemy now. You started getting out of there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer because I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of mess around
I
with
felt
you.
like there was going to be some funny
Some
business in here for
tomfoolery.
some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do get to move your settlement.
You do.
So I'll move
What
it
a
over.
nasty man.
I'll move it over here.
Nasty
There we go.
man.
Very nice.
You are.
So you would ignore any bonuses if it was going to cover up a bonus, but I put you
Okay.
on this slot over here.
You did.
And so that's just doing that. That's a
Yeah.
one time that I deployed them in this manner.
Yes.
And now my actual ability on the card says I can fan out, so it's like from one area and
Yeah.
I can go to different areas. So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna want to move this one here.
Okay.
We're gonna move
Oh my
both.
gosh.
Beasts are just fighting in there. I definitely want to get my Lord a little bit closer,
Okay.
and I think I will just hold it at that. So then we make sure we have 3 here to your 2.
Okay.
Even though you have a 3rd with the settlement there. So that's me fanning out. Then I'm going to go up on the track, which gets me a faction power, which is nice. And then also I get to gain a card. I will take a red card.
Red. All right.
Things are going to be happening.
There you go. Done?
Yep.
Okay. So what did you have to pay?
I had to pay just 1.
Nice.
That was it. No modifiers, nothing else. Yep.
That was a cheap card.
Cheap, yeah.
What cards would you like?
Let's take a green and a blue.
Green and blue. All right. There you go.
Thank you.
So we're going to move into the final round of card play. This is the last time that you
Last
can
time.
take actions in our game.
Yeah, it happened fast, huh?
So make it count. All right. Ready?
I am ready.
1, 2, 3.
Settlement. You're doing a settlement also?
I'm doing a settlement.
Whoa.
Oh, and this is not a tie, so I get to go.
I did
first.
not think you were going
What
to
did
do
you think
that.
I was going to do?
I have no idea. I thought you were going to do something else. I don't know.
Well, this is an expensive card.
Okay.
So this is called Fortify. I have to pay 3 cards. There's a discount, but only if I lose 6 points. I'm not going to
Yeah,
do that.
You should lose 6 points.
I'm not going to do that.
It's a good.
I'm already losing.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
well, are we tied?
We're tied, yeah.
Oh.
So you could totally lose 6 points.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
So, Fortify says I can deploy 2 units
And then move 1 individual.
yeah, which means I basically can only deploy 2 warriors to this region because you moved my
You want to
settlement.
go there?
I have to go here.
Oh, because I
wanna go
moved your
here.
settlement. Yeah,
You
yeah.
moved my settlement.
I did.
And then I can
Oh,
move.
interesting.
I move 1.
Well, I think you were supposed to technically, because your lord is here.
Oh,
and You
yes.
started your turn.
Hold on.
So
Then let's rewind that.
yeah, yeah.
So I have to explore this region, which means I gain a 3 points, a favor, or a faction power. I'm gonna gain a favor because
Gets you 4 points.
it gets me 4 points, whereas the other 2 are only a 3 point.
75.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna reveal this, and is it the Grail? Let's find out. It is a Grail.
The Grail.
Okay, so that's nice.
That's what you're fighting
I'm
over.
in here. So that's 17 points total for this region. All right, so now let's deploy.
Okay.
So doing that. And then I can move 1 unit into an adjacent region. And I think I'll just move one of my warriors into here. 'Cause
Okay.
I have no idea where you're going.
Sure.
Now, I believe I still have Excalibur because the rules say that when you gain Excalibur, you take
Mm-hmm.
it from wherever it is. And right now it's still with my Lord,
Okay.
which means my Lord currently has a strength of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I have a total strength of 5 in this region, which means, what does the other prophecy say?
Have the most strength in 2 of the artifact regions. You're the most here, and now you're technically the most there.
Yes. So,
That's another
believe I
4
take
points.
that.
This is bad. This is not good. So that's another 4 points.
okay.
Plus you go up 1, 2, 3. There's no
So-
stars in between us, but you get
Right.
another 6, so it's
So
total
10 points. Oh, that's nice.
So
Oh my gosh, I'm
bad.
going to need that.
So bad. Are you gonna
All
lose
right.
6? You should lose 6
I'm not
points
going to
now.
lose 6 points. I already gave up the cards. It's fine. Now, the rest of the card says if an enemy has the most strength in a region, I can settle there following normal settlement rules. I still have a power here. You have the most strength in this
Are you
region.
kidding me?
So I am going to build my settlement. I mean, that's the whole point of a settlement card. Right?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wait. I get a discount. Will you be kind? Oh, generous one.
I don't even know what it says. Go
my
ahead.
artifact card. Whenever I play a settlement, it's the only benefit that I had for my starting artifact.
All right.
Will you be kind?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. So kind, Naveen.
Yeah.
All
Let
right,
me
so
guess you kept the red card.
I kept the
Yeah,
red card.
of course.
I'm gonna place the settlement in here.
Yeah.
Are there any bonuses?
Yes,
This
you
one?
get another 10 points.
Okay,
This is horrible.
thank you.
I feel like I haven't done anything this
So,
round. What is going on?
95. I do get to keep Excalibur because I reached the end of the favor track. I think this is the first time either of us have done this.
Yes.
If I gain any more favor, then you gain 2 points for additional. All right, so that's the card. Now, as for my abilities, I am going to activate this. This is the only time I've been able to do this. Lord of Havoc. If you have the most strength in a region with Valor and an enemy settlement, steal a random card from that enemy.
A random card.
Please.
Oh, you have a choice of 2 cards.
Okay, I hope I take the red one. Okay,
Yeah, I'm screwed.
it's fine.
I'm in trouble.
I just needed cards. You know, cards are so valuable in this game.
They are.
Okay.
Shoot.
Oh, and also we cannot forget that I gained 3 points for building the settlement.
Okay.
So can you give me 3 points, please? And
Mercy.
and I deploy two warriors there
To the region.
to this region. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna spend the rest of my faction power. So first I'm going to do my basic ability here
Okay.
and just draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that, a red card. And then I'm going to do this bottom ability that's called Claim Victory, where you can basically turn in your faction power for points.
Okay.
And if I'm not gonna do any of these other ones,
Just get the points.
considering that this is the last season, I might as well do this. So if you turn in all 5 faction power, which is the max that you can have, then you score 15 points.
So how much do you have?
I only have 2.
So 2 is 4 points.
It's 4 points.
That's
Still,
great.
that's
You're
great.
killing me right now.
So I just
1,
want
2,
as much
3,
buffer
4.
as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe that's it. So this is gonna get discarded. So I had a 1 card discount from my thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna draw 2 red cards.
Oh, red cards. Wonder why.
It's kind of what you do,
yep.
right? It is you.
So this is just a dead space. You're not
It
going to be
is.
resolving it.
I know.
That's good.
I mean,
That's
you're not
good.
gonna get any benefits from it either.
It,
The one tragedy here is it did take. I don't know what happened there. I thought you were gonna want to explore more because the exploration benefits are so good, but you didn't explore anything. So I can only do so much.
I mean,
with my
what
one lord.
you just did was like a 25-point turn, which seems pretty good.
So you should be exploring.
Ah, okay.
So this is a beautiful mythical beast, but it was not useful for me.
You
this
stay in the
game.
mist. Okay, so I played Western Fort. Now this one allows me to draw a card and then put out a settlement in the west. So it has to be in these 2 areas here. So can I take a red card, please?
Oh, okay. You said it said draw a card first.
Yeah, it's draw a card, put out a settlement, and
settlement
then
out?
in the west. Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you. Okay, so then I'm going to put out a settlement. Now I was going to put it here for that benefit, but you've already taken it. So this one gives me a benefit.
Yeah, 3 points.
So I'll put it there. I get 3 points. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many stars are between us?
Stars.
Yeah, 1,
Oh, probably a
2,
lot.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow,
and then,
that's great.
and then I will get the Green Knight. Okay, so that's that. Because there's no benefit here, right? Okay, so then following the normal settlement rules, then I get to put out 2 units here, which is good. So I'll put out 2 basics.
Okay.
1, 2. And then what this says here is after, this is my my champion's artifact. It says after you put a settlement in the preparation phase,
Yeah,
which is what
yeah.
we're doing, then I get to put out a warrior and gain a faction power, which
Ooh,
is nice.
that's nice.
So now I have 6 here, so I'm gonna.
And
have
that's an ongoing ability.
that is an ongoing thing,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, before I end my turn, I'm definitely gonna want to spend 1 faction power so I can deploy,
Okay.
and I'm going to deploy 2 units all the way over here to my settlement.
Oh.
So what's your strength here
Didn't see that
technically
coming.
right now?
That's my strength there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Balor has 1, 2, 3, 4.
4,
And then
5,
I have a warrior, so 5.
5. So 5 to 5 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is going to be a battle plan battle.
Yes, that's why I needed to put a champion here.
Okay.
And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend another faction power, unfortunately, to move.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't been able to use this ability yet since I got them. So I'm going to be moving from this area here into here.
Oh.
So I'm going to send out 1 And this beast right here, he gives me 3, and my lord is 1, 2. This is so hard to
That is
figure
a
out.
tough decision. That's why, even though these are not champions, I just wanted to leave some presence here.
Yeah.
So that, you have to leave
Like,
somebody
the
behind.
thing is, like, I could maybe just give up on this, but leave something behind to get half the points,
Yeah, you could.
right?
Right.
So I might just do that. So
But also keep in mind that the green man, I shouldn't be telling you this.
no, I know. Yeah, you get
I
up.
get points, 4 points. I mean, it's not a whole lot.
It's not a lot.
But it's 4 points minus 1 for every 2 enemy units in the region
Yeah.
rounded down.
So no matter what, yeah.
If you move 1 out, then it's not going to be any minus.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be full points. If you leave them both in there, then it's minus 1 point.
If
don't know
if I do,
matters to
if I bring this one in here with this move,
you. Yeah.
so I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can do. I can get rid of one of your people. That's what it says. Whenever you move and an enemy has 3 units in
Yeah,
here,
you
you may move one of these warriors
Uh-huh.
back to an adjacent region, and then I
Oh,
can gain one of these here.
okay. I wonder if you put it on your card,
my card?
because it gets added to the actual beast, right?
Yeah. Then I am going to use Guinevere's ability here, which
Okay.
says I get to move up on. I'm going to move up on this track right here.
Okay.
Because if I do that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars.
6 points.
So 6 points gets me to 80. That's
Okay.
a 1 off. I might as well use it.
You gain 6 points from that. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah. You know, as I'm looking at all this stuff, I didn't get my 3 points in the ability to deploy when I made this settlement. over
Oh,
here.
okay. So
So-
take back your 6 points first.
I'll take the
because
6
that
back.
might
Yeah,
affect
I
the.
will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
And give yourself 3 points.
3 points, yeah. So 3 points for putting out the settlement. 1, 2, 3. And then these 2 warriors, they would have to go here. This is going to be kind of a waste, unfortunately. There's too many units in this area.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And then now when I took that this
star.
one, the Guinevere, I get 5 points at this point. So it's going to be 72 or 77 to 82. Yeah.
Because you're 1 fewer star.
1 fewer. And I will spend this faction power here.
Your last one.
Yeah, I'm not going to take 2 points. I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna draw 3 cards.
Yes.
So let me
'Cause
take.
you're ending your turn?
Yeah, 3 reds.
3 red.
So 1 for this, and then plus another 2.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, and then I would have gotten a So this cost me 3 cards here.
Okay.
I would have gotten a discount if I built a settlement where there was an artifact card. That's not the case.
Okay.
So that's that. These will all go back, and then now we are going to go into it.
Okay. So we did not. Nobody took any standard actions,
No
which I guess is
standards.
good.
Yeah.
We all use the abilities on our cards.
Mm-hmm.
But that is it. We are fully prepared, well, some of us, for
I don't
the
know,
war
yeah.
phase. Gosh, my plans were
yeah.
so foiled. I
Yeah.
cannot believe you didn't explore these.
That's good.
Anywho, let's move into war.
Okay.
So Excalibur
You gained it.
is
You
with
already
me.
have it. Yeah.
We reset favor, please.
Reset favor. Oh yeah. So if we had another season, we'd go back and do that.
The Green Knight catch-up mechanism.
Catch him. I need
goes
this
to Naveed.
badly.
So please
So I
assign.
take this. So again, the Green Knight, it's a mythical beast technically, but it will act like a champion. So when gained, place in any region with an enemy hero.
Okay.
So either their champion or their lord. The Green Knight counts as a champion, and after the battle where the Green Knight wins, I do the whole stars differential thing. So
Nice.
where the
Very
Green
good.
Knight wins.
Wins.
So what's your math here? Okay, so you have 1,
Valor.
2, because the Excalibur goes with Valor, it's 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I
5.
have an ability here I didn't use.
Oh.
That's okay. It says at the end of your turn, you may move any 2 warriors to an adjacent revealed region. I guess I wouldn't have wanted to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Because this was not revealed.
No, it wasn't. So then so your math is 5 to my 5.
Yeah.
Do I Green Knight?
Does this
in
have an artifact? Is that why? Oh, wait. What? Oh, because you have
I have 5,
you
yeah.
have a settlement.
Now, if I want to play cards in here,
Yeah.
I need to have a hero. And
Right.
the Green Knight acts like a hero.
Yeah. But this is worth more points.
But it's worth more points, yeah. But oh gosh, what's this? 7?
yeah. So 17. It's not. It's 2 more points. No, actually they're the
significant.
same because they're 17-17. The artifact is worth 2.
Oh, that's true. But you get half points for being the loser here
Yeah.
versus here you only get 4 points.
Yes.
So
that's true.
so that's kind of important. All right, Green Knight, we're gonna go into here.
Haha.
Unfortunately, yeah,
Interesting.
I know.
Okay. Very good. Let's go ahead and go into battle.
Battle time.
Now, again, we are skipping this first region because it was not explored.
Good.
My champion and my mythical beast will remain in the mist forever.
Yeah, a little wet.
Ooh, that's morbid. So now we move on to this region, and let's go ahead and determine.
I needed to get rid of some units here. I had too
yes.
much at the end of my turn. So
That's
1,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5. So these 3 fellers.
Yeah, it's always at the end of your turn during preparation and at any time during the war phase. Like that has to be true.
Yep.
So do you want to set our base
We can just do
strength?
this. Yeah,
Okay.
we have this because we're not going to use that track anymore.
Okay, so you, do either of these
Yeah,
have
so
artifacts?
1, 2, this champion, the one
Yeah.
champion, has artifacts. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm at
7.
7 with my settlement, yes. And I think you have something similar.
Is this number 1?
That's number 1, yeah.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, this is good.
Ah, one fewer.
I mean, we're fighting for 9 points. We're fighting for 9 or 5.
9 or 5, yeah. So don't
It's a
try
4-point
hard.
differential. This is like one of those like
Player not so great battle plan card.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
4.
4. Oh, interesting.
Nothing stuffed. I stuffed nothing behind.
I stuffed nothing behind either.
Did you? Oh, okay.
It's my. Oh, you're not using your.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. This would be hiding behind. It's like my little like separator card.
Interesting. So my
Okay.
card is Scorched Earth, and it says if you don't win, the winner discards 1 random card. Then I discard this card after the battle and gain 3 points.
Oh, interesting. This one says it's a skirmish. If you don't win,
Oh,
move 2 warriors you control here to an adjacent region, then discard this card to gain 2 points.
whoa! Can you see that?
So I get to basically move 2 of my warriors in this
Yeah.
lost place into an adjacent region
Oh.
if I lose,
Okay.
and
You're
I
already
get
winning that
2
region.
points. Which one? This one?
This one, aren't you?
I'm not winning this one.
How many? How
The
strong
Lord
your
is
Lord?
1 + 1, 2.
2. Oh.
Yeah, you're dominating this
I
region right
see.
now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, you draw first.
Okay, let's just do red.
Red?
Let's start. So I'm going for 4, right? That's
Yeah.
what I'm going for. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, let's do blue.
Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's do blue again. Maybe I want to bust.
Pushing you. If you bust, your battle plan
Oh, that's true.
is not.
Okay, then why don't I hold out here?
Okay. Now I actually don't want to win because I
Hmm.
just want this effect to come into play.
Okay.
So there, you don't have to draw cards according to the rules.
That's
So
what
I'm not
rules
going to
say.
draw any cards. It's just going to be a 0. I want to guarantee this fail, but I still get to resolve the effect of my card.
Okay,
So
so
why don't you reveal?
I nailed it perfectly. 4.
4.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
So go ahead
there
and
you
add 4. Well, you won.
I won. So let's just make it look nice though. 11. Yeah. So I win this one.
Yeah.
So I get 9 points out of this. So that goes to 91. And you unfortunately get 5 points out of this.
Yeah. That's nice.
And you get
That's
to
a good
resolve
deal.
your card. So 2 to
7?
7. Yep.
This is 107. What does your card say?
It's only if I don't win, then it goes into effect. So.
Okay. So if I don't win, the winner discards 1 random card.
Yeah,
Random.
I know. I'm looking at what I have here. Okay, I want to see them after I discard it.
But we're gonna see it.
Oh, you
'cause
want
it
everybody?
goes to the discard
okay,
pile.
that's true. Oh, you choose actually. Go ahead.
Okay, this one. Ah.
What does that say?
I don't know. If you don't win, you may discard this card after the battle to move 1 enemy.
Okay. Okay.
It didn't look
Yep.
great. It's only a 3.
Perfect.
So
That's the one that should have probably
still
gone
1 fewer card for you
to
to
tuck.
use.
Yep.
I also gain 3 points.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
That's-
yeah. Okay. So this goes out.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got 8 to my 9
Yeah,
on
it's
a
pretty
win
nice.
to loss.
And I discarded this because it specifically says to,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, because you know technically if you
When you lose a battle, you typically get them back in your
yeah.
hand too.
But by the way, if you lose the battle but your battle plan failed, then you get to keep, I believe, the card that you played.
But not the.
No, you don't get to keep the battle plan. You get to keep the bonus cards.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Okay, so that's it for this region.
Uh-huh.
So now we move on to this one,
Yes.
the big,
This one.
big one. So right now it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you have 5. We'll go back 1 notch. And me, I have
Does this
1.
have an additional?
No, just
Oh,
1.
so 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6.
5, 6,
7.
7.
That's good.
So 5 to 7.
5, 7.
Okay, so this is one that
You
you
got
want to
any
work
lose
hard
cards?
for.
Or, no? Yeah.
So battle plan time, because this counts as a. Oh no, you have a champion also.
Monique, don't hate me.
What?
Back when we were taking turns.
Oh
in the
my gosh.
Preparation phase.
Nabi.
I totally met this. I never did it.
Oh, what
Have
is
a
that?
unit on the inside. I definitely. You could even see that I actively have one.
So the only issue, like we can remedy that, but the only issue is we don't know where
At what point?
where were you on the favorite track?
On the favor track, so I ended here.
Okay.
So I definitely get the 4 points, right? Because that's not a question.
And to clarify, the prophecy cards are only to be fulfilled during
Here,
the preparation
yeah,
phase,
it just-
but Naveen forgot that he moved
My
in there.
brain was not focused. So definitely 4 points.
Okay.
Okay, so 91 to 95. That's something.
But you also gain 2 favor.
I would gain. So I know I ended here. So 2 favor would go boom, boom.
Okay.
As a penalty for me, can I just draw the card, not take points?
Sure, because we
Okay.
don't know how many stars were in between. Oh, what card?
Red.
Okay. There you go.
Since you stole
So
one from me.
convenient remembering these.
I know.
All
What am I
right.
gonna do?
Let's choose
Something
our
was
battle
off
plan.
about my hands, you know? Like, okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 7.
3 plus. Oh, 4, 5.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
I had 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oof.
Okay. So
7.
my card is Prayer of Protection.
Okay.
If you did not start this battle with the most strength, which I'm not, and your battle plan adds 6 or more after fails are calculated, reduce the strength of the enemy by 3.
Oh my gosh.
And you?
If you don't win, gain a card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not very good. No.
Okay, so what's your
Yeah.
total? You're looking for 6?
I'm looking for
Or
5.
for 5.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's? Oh, it's a 3. Okay. Why don't you go first?
Okay, and so what's the max you can get here? I'm just trying to
4, 5, 7?
7. So if you go to, so that gets you to 12.
Yeah.
And if I get 5, oh, that's 12. But you have Excalibur.
I have Excalibur.
I hate Excalibur.
I've never got to
Okay.
use Excalibur.
I know. I'll take a green card.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm
mean,
looking for 5 total
It's
here.
going to be
Okay.
very
I'll
important.
take another green.
Another green.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get you to bust.
Yeah. One more green. Why not?
One more green.
Please.
Anything else?
Okay, I'll stop here.
Stop. All right, so it's my turn. I'm going to go blue, and I'm looking for a 7, right? Let's go yellow. And let's just go green. Oh, I'm going to stop.
You're gonna stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Oh, okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3,
busted.
6. You busted.
Yeah, I busted. You got to demonstrate busting, you
That
know,
is
in a
true.
video.
That is true.
You know,
You're-
it's not that I wanted to.
You're so
but,
kind,
yeah,
Naveen.
yeah,
You
okay.
voluntarily
I
busted.
did, yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, since Naveen busts, he does not get to resolve the effect.
No,
of his
which is the
card,
don't winning.
But he does still get to add half of the battle plan.
Yeah.
Round it up.
Okay, so that's 2.
That's 2 points.
Yikes, yikes. And you got 6?
Or 2 strength, yeah. I got 6.
Okay, that's here. Oh, so had I not busted and I got the extra to 12, then I would have won?
I guess so.
Oh,
Well, no, because I would have succeeded
okay.
in my battle plan, and it says that if you add 6 or more after fails are calculated, reduce the strength of one enemy by 3.
Oh,
So
I
you
was
would've gone
toast no
down by
matter
3.
what. This was never going to happen, yeah.
That's that.
Okay.
So I won that battle, which means I will have to discard all of my cards. Let's actually resolve the area first. So I gained the Holy Grail,
Which is 10, yeah.
and
big.
whenever you tie for initiative, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just 10
do
points,
anything more.
yeah.
It's still a strength. So may I have the actual Holy Grail, please?
Oh, sure, yeah. Here you go.
Thank you. And that's 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So this goes to 20. I also gain 7 points for the region,
Right.
and you gain
4. The little, come on, get to 100. Oh,
Almost. Okay.
I'll get there eventually.
Now I discard all of my cards because I won the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And because your battle plan
Busted.
busted, you have to discard the battle plan.
I have to discard this battle plan?
Just that one.
Just this one?
And you get to keep those 2 cards. in your
Okay,
hand.
and then the cards I used, those
Yeah,
go
these
out.
2
Yeah.
ones go out. All right. That is it. We are almost done with this phase because I don't have a champion in here.
So you
I've got
can't even.
the happy green man with the beautiful flowers in his hair.
So you don't compete, but I can.
You can. So I have 2, 3, because green man has 2 strength. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
That's my strength if you want to put it there.
So you're at 6.
And you have
And
your
I'm
lord.
at Lord 1 plus the artifact. So that's 2.
So 6 to 2. I cannot play any battle plans. So this is
Okay.
going to be all you, Naveen.
And I will not be able to play battle plans in here because I don't have any.
'Cause neither of
champions,
them
just
are.
beasts.
Yeah.
So I'll play this 5 with 2 tucked behind. So
Okay.
it's going to be 7.
7?
Yeah, just to make sure.
What does your battle plan say?
Oh, it's after combat, cards are revealed. I may spend faction power, which I don't have to spend,
Okay.
to gain strength.
Okay.
It's just not even a.
It's not a thing. You just want it for the
It's a nothing.
power.
Yeah. Any card. I'll take any card.
No, you have to
Let's go
choose.
blue.
This is your fate.
Okay. Well, all I need to do is get what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have Excalibur, so you can throw it on it.
Only
so.
if I tie.
Yeah, which I don't want. Okay. So then, what am I going for? 5, 6, 7. Let's take another blue.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. I'll take a yellow.
Yellow. Here you go.
All right. Okay, I think this will be good. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll go
Up to 8?
to 8. And I think that'll be it, right?
That's it,
'Cause you
yeah.
cannot counter.
You succeeded.
There we go.
So that gets discarded, though.
This does get
all of
discarded.
it.
Yep. Okay.
And
so I
you
get
gain
10.
10.
Yeah, and then you gain 5.
I gain 5 because there's half of that.
Half of that, yeah.
So to 32. But also, the green man says after scoring his region, gain 3 points minus 1 for every 2 enemy units rounded down. So
That's rough.
you only have 1 enemy unit
That's
there.
rough.
So actually, it's 4 points because we're in the second season. So 36.
So you ended up with, I got 10, you got 9 there.
Yeah.
And then here, when I got 9, you got 8. Oh, so brutal.
This is a bit of a tougher
brutal.
season for you.
Yeah, season
but
1 good.
I
season
hope
2
it
no
is
good.
showing how volatile, I guess, battles can be. Like it's not over. You know, I wasn't feeling very good at the end of the last season, but it's really not over for you. It really depends on which cards you play. Because you had that card last season where it's like all of your champions or
Get to strike
you
them down.
nullified everything that I was
That
playing.
was
and
important.
I
Yeah.
had no idea that was going to happen. So there's a lot of calculating, but also it's the card play. All right, final region.
Yeah.
Which is this one.
So I'm not allowed to play cards.
You're
here.
not allowed to play
so
cards.
I have a total of 3 for this one, 4, 5 plus that token.
So 6.
So make it 6. Yep.
Okay.
So I have 6. So now you know what you need to beat.
Okay.
What do you have? 3?
This is champion 3. So this is only 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
3. Okay. I still have a battle plan in my hand.
A battle
I
plan?
only have 2 cards left.
I had no cards left, yeah.
So you have no cards?
Well, I can't play any. Even if I had any, I can't
But
play.
I guess none to discard at the end of the game either, I guess. All right, I'm just going to play this one card. It's a 5.
It's a 5er. Yeah.
And it says all enemy. I was holding this to the end because these are both your beasts. But it says all enemy mythical beasts lose a strength, and their abilities in this region are nullified in this battle. So this is kind of what I mean. Like if you are in a battle and you feel like you're kind of not doing well,
That's if you
different.
win this, right? So as long as you don't bust.
If I don't bust, yeah, as long as I don't bust. And I only need, was it 3?
You need 3.
Okay, so I'm just gonna,
You need 3 because you have Excalibur to use 1 time.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop here.
Okay.
I nailed 5.
Oof, yeah.
So that's definitely.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really
Yeah,
matter to
you're
do the
good.
math. I won the battle here, so I'm gonna discard these. I gained the artifact.
Just 2.
We'll just assign to number 3. This is 2 points, and how many?
here.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
2, so 17.
17, yeah.
So 17 plus 36. 53?
Something like that.
53.
Yeah.
And then you gain 8.
8. Yeah.
So 8 plus 9 is 17. All right. That is the end
Dang.
of the battles.
I really regret
So-
doing that settlement at the end. I should have done a different deploy and gotten to other areas. Yeah.
It's hard because you don't know what your opponents are going to do. Like, you can only plan a little
Yeah.
bit. You have to sort of react to what they're doing, but you've already chosen your card
Yes.
for that turn. Like, that is the...
That settlement cost me 3 cards. Those are cards that could have been tucked into battles and also repositioned myself in other ways. So I should have probably played a move card because that whole 9, going for 9 and getting 5 would be fine, Yeah.
Right. And also keep in mind that
Yeah.
this is a 2-player game.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the potential for a score spread is higher. In higher player counts, you'll have several opponents in the same battle. So you're all playing cards and you're all figuring out who's winning.
Who's
So
winning, yeah.
It is a lot more dynamic in that way.
Yeah, and then there's
because,
also more spaces on the board.
Yeah.
So there's more just things to kind of catch your eye. And
yeah,
go
there's a lot
different
more
areas.
drama,
Yeah.
truly.
Yep.
So now we just discard any cards that we have left over. I have one
yeah,
card left.
1 card, so that's 1
so
point.
for 1
Yep.
point. And then we have reached the end of the game.
So we still score our settlements one more time.
Yes, so 5 points.
Each?
I believe,
Yeah.
5 points each. So you go to 22.
2, yep.
And then I go to 59. And I believe this is a final
That's it.
score. It's 122 to
159.
159.
Yeah.
And again, this is a short game. This is a prototype, so things are still probably going to be tinkered with before the final version of the game is produced.
I know for the cards, they've done several drafts. So this is like our 3rd draft of receiving these cards. So they're most likely going to change in the future.
Yes,
But
and again, we did not have any new prophecy cards or artifacts and mythical beast cards. Those are all the original prototype that we were sent. So I know that the artifact cards at least have already been changed. We just weren't able to showcase them. Some other mythical beasts that we didn't get to see. I mean, here are the miniatures for them. They're pretty sturdy miniatures in the
for
prototype.
prototype,
So
yeah.
like they're very detailed. I don't quite, I mean, all of their cards are in there. So they all do different things, as you can see. Some of them are nastier than others. This
This
guy
one's like a little
over
friendly
here.
tree guy.
Yeah, the tree guy is my favorite, to tell you the truth, because it's just peaceful and you just score points.
plants himself
You'll
there.
score points no matter what. And again, if you did not join us for the overview in the beginning, you can play the full game, which is 3 seasons. You can also play with deterministic battles, which does not have any push your luck. So it's just, you still play battle plans, but it really is not going to be any card drawing to see if you bust or anything like that. It's more strategic and heady that way. And you also have the option to play with asymmetric factions. And that is a lot deeper in terms of the strategic depth. You would flip over all of the sides of the boards, and some factions have multiple lords. But you would only be able to explore once per turn. But
yep.
you can do a lot more with them. And it is a bit more in terms of strategic overhead. But like I said, it's a lot more of a richer experience. There's a lot more depth to it.
Well, there you have it. That is Avalon, the Riven Veil. Again, this game is currently in its late pledge stage over on GameFound. So if you are interested in the campaign, there is a link in the description. If you have any questions about anything that you saw here in the gameplay, please let us know in the comments down below. Try to get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.